This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Are you ready? I'm saying, are you ready? Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform
Or ask your smart speaker.
to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
All right. Hello. How are you? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, good day, goodbye. Hello, wherever you are. LTID TV from Leicester Till I Die. Breaking news. I suppose I should have played the breaking news jingle. Patson Daka starts. I'm sure Brad will tell me. I don't know if this is the first start. Obviously, he's been on for sort of 10 minutes there or so, but he is starting today. I was so shocked by that news. I haven't actually checked the rest of the team, but we will be going through that in the not too distant future. What I would ask you to do, if you can, is do what it says there, which is basically if you would like the video, if you would share it, you can comment on it, subscribe to the channel would be absolutely fan-dabby-dozy with a pinch of salt, and click that notify bell. Then you will never miss my beautiful face. What do you mean? Kate's going to be joining us later. Hopefully Luke will be as well. I think he's a little bit tied up at the moment, but you know what he gets up to with his missus is nothing to do with me. Brad is ready and willing to go. Well, but whether he's able or not, of course, is another matter. Here we go. It's Leicester City hosting the second of the three promoted teams. It didn't go so well against the first one, did it? Good morning, gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are. Don't pinch yourself, but look at that. Patson Daka is starting. Brad, I know you were pinching yourself.
Yeah, I was. I saw the team lineup and I refreshed it, and Daka was still there. And then I checked it. I was like, I know it's going to be Maguire. It's an old team sheet he's put up. The silly man, Chris. He's done one of these things. No. He's playing, and there's also wow, what has gone on in Maresca's mind? No Vardy, my love child's not even on the bench. Oh, what has happened? I've woke up in a different dimension where Ian Acho doesn't exist. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. But you know what? Fair play. Take your chance, Daka. Prove us all wrong.
This is it, indeed. Luke, good evening to you. Your thoughts on Daka Do starting there?
Confused, mate. We've only seen him come off the bench once. I was not expecting that at all.
But do you not think that, Luke, that look, we have to make a decision come January, because I think if he doesn't start playing him, then basically I think he's got to go because he's just taken up a lot of wages to be sat on the bench. Other players have had the chance. Sutar, notably, he hasn't played much, but he was given his chance, and I thought he took it very well. So surely Daka's got to be given that chance, hasn't he?
You raised a good point. I don't think maybe it's actually us putting him in the shop window, getting ready for January.
Good point. Would you agree on that, Brad?
I think it's a bit of both, isn't it? Look, we all know what comes around this time of year, and we're not just talking about a fat man coming down a chimney and emptying his sack once a year. We're talking about the Christmas period and football fixtures.
Fills your stockings, Brad.
Well, yeah, but they get a bit itchy afterwards, so I don't wear them all Christmas. But I think Luke's right in a sense, and I think you see this in lineups. It always catches us by surprise, but shop window sales in January need to be made. But also, it's a busy period, so we've got a midweek game, and then obviously we'll play again next weekend, and then after this, it's like 4 games in 8 days or something ridiculous like that. We always get, it always feels like we're playing a game every two days when it comes closer and closer to Christmas. So it's also beneficial for the squad. You don't want to have burnout, and I think what we've seen, if you look at our results recently, I know they've been better the last 3, but you could argue that maybe trying to force a couple of players to play week in, week out, game in, game out, especially on double headers like this weekend is, we're seeing that they don't really have the same effect in game 2 as they did in game 1 or vice versa. So who knows? Probably a bit of both, Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt you there, Brad, because kickoff's at 3:00. And
oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Sorry, I forgot my time.
You do a chalk and cheese. I'll tell you.
We compliment each other.
Let's just go through some of the messages because we've had about 200 since Brad started that answer. Great afternoon, Chris. And chat, one question, why Daka and not Cannon? I think we've probably just answered that. Interesting lineup with Daka up front. It is Foggy. I was speaking to Rich from Eagle Eyed Football last night, and they are, I think, hoping that Nacho may well be joining them come January. So they've been heavily linked. No Vardy, not even on the bench, says Gray. I know. Highfields, good afternoon, Sir Chris. Indeed, Highfields. Where are you coming from today? Bats and Daka, wow. And that gentleman's on the bench as well. We'll come on to him later. Well, I'll get Brad to say it. Nate is in. Good morning. Gray, where is Tom Cannon? He's on the bench, Gray. He is on the bench. I'm going to put the team up in a minute. Scott, hello, Scott. How are you? And then I think everybody then is saying hello to everybody else. Foggy, new, welcome along, Foggy. I hope you enjoy the channel. I think Nacho will go in the window. Daka now being given his chance. I think one of the two of them may well be going. Scott, really interesting bench. We'll come on. Yeah, we'll come on to those in a minute. Hang on, everybody's going everywhere. Datsun will have no impact. We'll see, Gray. Let's give him a chance. He's putting on the blue shirt of Leicester. Let's give him our support. And if he's crap, we'll say so at the end of the game. And if he's good, no doubt we'll give him some praise as well. Our third choice striker is a guy that scored 4 in the Europa League. He also scores absolutely loads for Zambia, is it he plays for as well in the AFCON qualifiers. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else as well. Okay, so don't forget my thoughts on sort of the weekend's proceedings. Here we go. It's the B&Q time. Shameless plug, as Brad would say. I'll pinch that one off, Brad. I like that one. Every Tuesday, check out the BBC website on the Leicester City page, and you will see the fans' voice. Me, folks, it's me, and see what I think and agree or disagree with me at your pleasure. And this is the Matchday Live. Right. Let's just have a look. In fact, I'm just going to put you both on hold because Kate is back. Kate, hello.
Hello, how are we doing?
We're doing well. You had my problem. You you were in before you were ready.
I have heard the rumours about you, Chris, to be fair, so
What can I say? You know,
they're true.
I turned up yesterday at the doctor's for I'd got an appointment about premature erection. He said, "It's Monday, mate." Anyway, let's talk the team
You're a day early.
before I cock it up.
I love that Luke's rubbing his brow, thinking I don't even know what to do with this.
He's Australian. He's trying to say worse. He's just on the leash, waiting to be let go. What you got to see is under there, Luke has got a sheep, but we won't go into that. Hey, Luke.
Nice to see we've started off all highbrow this afternoon.
Well, to be honest with you, we start off low and go even lower today.
Of course.
Look, Daka is the big topic of the conversation.
Yes.
Daka starting. No Inacho and no Vardy.
Yeah, and no McAteer either on the bench.
No.
Yeah, I don't. God, does that mean we're definitely getting some Cannon minutes today? Then, do you think?
It would look like it.
It's very left field, isn't it? It's very left field.
It is, but you don't think we've got this huge squad?
Yep.
Let's use it.
Absolutely, and I think we were just saying that Daka actually in a number 9 position for once at this level as well. It'll be interesting to see how he does, and I'm right behind him. I hope he does well.
He's putting a blue Leicester shirt on. He gets support for 90 minutes, and we'll judge him at the end. Luke made a very good point. Maybe it's putting him in the shop window, or we're thinking Inacho might be off to Palace in January. They're heavily linked with him, so it might be actually giving Daka some minutes. But we know there's a good player in Daka, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I mean, he scored a boatload in that European tie, didn't he? I think he's got the potential. It's just like anybody. I think we spoke about Cody the other week. You've got to be careful with some of these players that you kind of keep out in the cold for too long, because you want to keep them sharp. A, if we need to sell them, but B, if we need to use them if there's injuries, like there might well be today with Vardy and Nacho both not on the bench. Yeah. They need to keep game ready, don't they?
They do. They do indeed. And Chowdhury is captain.
Oh, is he captain? I didn't realise that. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I think he's certainly got the passion and drive for a captaincy, and he's quite vocal and, sets a good example with his tenacity and all of that. Hope it doesn't detract from his game too much, because I don't think we can afford for him to have a bad game. No. But yeah, I mean, his heart's in the club, isn't it?
Which he's done before. Would he have been your choice for that role?
Say that again, sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Sorry, he's filling the Ricardo role, because obviously Ricardo is Matt. Would it have been your choice to fill that role?
Yeah, I think so. I thought the other day when I knew Ricky P was missing out that Hamza was going to be the natural person to fit in there. He's not great on the ball, we know that, which is perhaps why we're going to miss Ricky P. And it's a pity Ricky P couldn't just hang out for that one more game before the bookings are all wiped. But yeah, I think it's clearly the natural choice for Enzo, isn't it? He's done it a few times.
And before I let you take your score prediction now, bear with me, guys. I'm going to have a really good go at this. Mass ham or cheese?
Huh?
Which I must admit, I prefer red Leicester. But mass ham or cheese, I think it is, on the subs bench. Now, I know you've been to some of the under-21 games. Do you know him at all?
What's his name again, sorry? Let me see. I can't see his name.
Maswanhise. Brad, do you want to have a go at it?
No, I don't know him.
Go on, Brad. Put your teeth in. No, he's muted himself.
He's out.
He's scared. Luke,
he's not having a go. He's not having a go, is he?
I can't even read it, sorry.
I'll give it. It's Masuaway.
No, that's a song, isn't it? Masuaway.
Oh, for God's sake! No, it's Masuaway. For God's sake! We'll just call it Mass.
Oh yes, okay.
Did you hear about the
I haven't seen him before. I've not seen him before. No, it doesn't ring a bell.
I just want to say, because there's the African football team, the Lions United, apparently they've won the first 4 away games. The theme's not a win away, a win away, a win away. Okay.
You're not wrong about going lower, are you? You're not wrong.
Ouch. Oh, let me just take that knife out my back. Before I
Right,
let you go,
score.
I think you're getting close, Kate.
I'll show you all. I'll show you all Filbert Way today.
Oh, there we go. Look at it.
We're
Those were the
coming down.
days. Those were the days when I used to do that journey. Your score prediction, Kate?
I still think scoring's going to be low. I just worry about the creation side. So I'm going to say a 1-0 win to Leicester.
Oh, God. You are not giving us much inspiration here. Look, Kate, thanks so much for popping in. Have a safe game. Hopefully, we'll speak to you afterwards when you're going to bring the 3 points out of the KP with you.
Indeed, yeah. All right, enjoy the game, guys.
And you, take care.
You too.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. So thanks to Kate there. Hamza will be fine as Captain Fantastic. Yeah, Nelson signed a new deal, Luke. So we are looking at youth. You don't always have to bring big names in, do you?
No, I think the last time as well that we saw Ben Nelson play, I think Rogers kind of threw him to the wolves a little bit. I think that I can't remember the game was, but we were losing badly, and he stuck him on about 20 minutes ago, and I felt quite sorry for him. I think if you remember the game.
Terry says here, according to LCFC, Enzo will answer questions about the strikers after the game. Brad, that's kind of like, well, shit, what's that mean? You know, has he got some news about somebody going? I can say I know Rich from Eagle Eye Football. He says there's a lot of links with Palace and Iheanacho.
Yeah, that surprises me and concerns me a little bit, because normally a manager would come out and just be like, look, it's Christmas period, it's going to get really busy, we've got a big squad, they're all capable, and these players have earned the chance. End of story. There's no story to it. By not saying anything, and actually by specifically saying I won't say anything until after the game, does have me a little bit worried, because if he'd have just shut up shop and said, look, I just need to see what players offer here, they train really hard, they show me what they can do, I've got to give them a chance for them to take a chance, if that makes sense. So it's nothing major. I'd be sat here going, yeah, of course, he's doing what any manager does this time of year. The fact that he's kind of made that statement is a little bit odd.
And no disrespect to Terry, I haven't seen that statement. So, but
I haven't either.
Arguing, Luke. I mean, I said to Kate, we've got a big squad. At the start of the season, we were seeing a lot of rotation, and then recently we could kind of almost pick, bearing maybe one or two, the starting 11. That Enzo was going to go for. Isn't it right that he's like A, giving youngsters a chance, and B, giving these other players a chance? Like Brad said, it's a tough month, December.
Yes, it is, and we've got Will Alvarez apparently tore it up in the under, I think, 23s game as well. So it's only a matter of time until he comes in as well, and then eventually Semi Braybook. So it'd be quite interesting to see what happens over the next couple of months. But my question to you guys is this: regardless of what reason why we think Dak is playing today, do you think he's going to drop deep like we've been seeing Vardy and Kelechi doing?
Brad?
I don't think he's that kind of striker. That's our biggest problem. I think the one biggest thing we had under Brendan is, in his eyes, everybody was Vardy. I think Maresca tries to play to each individual striker's strengths, and if you're going to do that, you need Pats and Daka on a high line, kind of getting in between the defence. You're pushing that defensive line as deep as it can, and then you play the ball through. You don't play it to him, you play it through to him. Look at his goals he has scored for us. There isn't many, granted, but again, like Iheanacho starts his career, he didn't get many chances before he became a regular. So I think you play to his strength. I don't think he'll be like Vardy or Iheanacho. I think he'll be his own.
We have to say, no, everybody was saying at the start, what the hell have we bought with Iheanacho? But we were giving him 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Then I just think that, if you can't judge somebody when you're bringing them on with 10 minutes to go and that team isn't set up for them. And as a striker, you have to have the team set up for them, I think, more than any other player on the pitch. But I'm glad. I want to give him a go. Look, we know he can do it. It's up to him now. He's been given the chance against a team, again, no disrespect to Plymouth. They're not particularly consistent. They've won as many as they've lost this season. They are a promoted team. He should, I think, at least give it a fair shot. So we will see. I know Gray's not a big fan of Daka, but look, I bet you weren't saying that when you put 4 in against Moscow for us, Gray. Looking at the subs, Luke, like I say, Nelson's on there. He's just signed a new contract. Or Bryden Pratt's on the subs bench as well. Do you think we could see Pratt today?
Depends. It's if we see Cassidy come on, then we think it's safe to assume no. But the fact that he's on the bench and he wasn't the last few weeks, I think we will.
Brad, what about you? I mean, we've all said we like Pratt. I'm at the point now where I think he should go in January because I just think he's a sick note.
Yeah, I do like him, but I think if he's not really getting if he's getting limited time in the Championship, he's going to be no good to us next season because, yes, he's a sick note. Unfortunately, he's one of them players that falls into the category that they're just going to have niggly injuries all their life, and unfortunately, that's the case. But I suppose if we kind of want to calm down a little bit from allegedly what Maresca's said about the striker situation, you look at the bench and it kind of edges more towards that he probably doesn't want to put emphasis on the fact that this is a squad that he wants to give a few opportunities to. And in a way, it's kind of lose-lose because people, it's sod's law in a way, isn't it, Chris, that we're playing Plymouth because people might look at that and go, oh, look at Leicester's bench. Look at the starting lineup. Daka's not played for them. They've got kids on the bench. They're taking the piss out of Plymouth. I think they're going to steamroll. No, we've got a 25-man squad. We're losing a big chunk of that in terms of our main midfielder and indeed, well, not our main midfielder, but a good midfielder and indeed Iheanacho to AFCON. We'll lose Daka to that as well. We've got a busy schedule. We've been saying this for the last few weeks, mainly about Tom Cannon, granted, but if we've got a 25-man squad, you can't have them ice cold going into December and then chuck them in the deep end. So
we're not Man City. They're not going to want to sit on the bench just to
no, exactly. So seeing the likes of Nelson and Pratt potentially get minutes today is a good sign by being on the bench.
Couple of points here, and I was going to come back to you on this, Gray, because I take it. We all have our own thoughts about players. But he said he's been nothing since then. He has scored a couple of goals. Vardy wasn't exactly bolting them in last season, was he? And nor was Iheanacho. Scott says here, Chris, I got what he said in regards to Daka and his 4 goals in a game in the Europa Conference League, etc. Then saying he's looked to shadow the promise he showed. All right, Scott and Gray. Let's have a look. We've played 18 games so far this season. He whose sun shines out of his arse that you all love, Jamie Vardy, he scored 6. And I'm sorry about this, Brad, but Kelechi Iheanacho, Brad's favourite player, he's played 18 times this season. He scored 5. He hasn't scored in the last 6 games. Casey McAteer scored 2 less than Vardy. They're not firing on all cylinders. I could not say that if we put Vardy in today to start, or Iheanacho in today to start, that they would score. I haven't got faith in either of them scoring at the moment. Daka's got the blue shirt on. Let's judge him when he's not had 90 minutes this season. You're all saying how bad he is. What are you judging that on this season? Because I tell you something, if you're saying that, oh yeah, last season he wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that. No, it was fucking Vestergaard, and look at him, he's in the top 4 for the fans' choice of man of the year. So I just don't get what Leicester fans want sometimes. Very
well said, Chris. Very well said. I was sat here biting my tongue, ready to go. I'll say one name for you, Chris. Yannick Vestergaard. I put him in the bin, and I couldn't be happier with his performance this season. I've always said this, Chris, and I'm so pleased to hear your words. And I'm sorry to interrupt you, Luke, because I know you was about to say the same as me. I appreciate that, but I've always said this. I even said this about that scumbag Dennis Wise. I don't care what he did before or what he does after his career. When he puts on the blue shirt of Leicester and he's wearing this badge that we all love, if I can figure out my camera, this is the team. This is the team. Even Iosi Perez, whether I had my head in my hand seeing him in the starting lineup, when I saw him wearing this shirt, I was sat here going, "Go on, please prove me wrong." He never did, but you get my point, right? But FA Cup final, he was my hero for that day, for that handball interception assist. I love it. I love that one moment in his career. But I gave him my support.
We've got to remember, none of these players, when they cross that white line, are saying, I ain't going to play well today. I can't be asked for the team. None of them say that. And Gray says here, true, Chris, Vardy can't do it anymore in the Prem. We're not in the Prem anyway. He can't do it in the Championship at the moment. If you're saying our number one striker, who used to bag 20 goals a season in the Prem, he's got 6, and we're nearly at the halfway stage. And yes, we are scoring from everywhere else. It's a bloody good choice we are. Now, don't get me wrong. If at the end of this game, Luke, he is dire and he gets pulled off after 60 minutes, and Cannon comes on and gets a hat-trick, will we say other things? What I'm saying is, let's give him a chance. Let's not shoot these players down before, we judge them. I mean, Dave, no disrespect to Dave, he was very anti-Amati. But without Amati, sometimes in the last few seasons, we'd have been up shit creek without a paddle.
I'll argue that on another day, but everything
because we would have had 10 players on the pitch. We didn't have anybody fit.
To be fair, everything you just said, I'll be the first to admit I wasn't a big fan of Daka, and I think it's mostly actually because of social media and how some of the stuff their fans say. First, if you listen to a lot of the Zambians, they say, all the midfielders were selfish, and then the other thing they all said was, if you look at the Moscow game, for example, he played really well because Kelechi was up there with him. And I think Kelechi assisted a lot of those goals. So they always said, if you played 2 up front, which is, I believe, is how he plays for Zambia with, I think, Fashion Sakala, I believe, plays for Rangers. So that's how they normally shape up Zambia. So they reckon he suits playing 2 up front. But like you just said, mate, we've got to back him. And I honestly thought that Kelechi was going to set the Championship on fire, and he hasn't. Vardy, you can understand, is getting on a bit. So I think we actually have to. Everything you just said was right on the money. I would be on board with Scott and Gray, but you've actually just changed my mind of what you just said. Let's just back him. Let's just see what he can do, mate.
Yeah.
And in terms of what you were saying earlier, Brad, about him, I agree. He was brought in to be kind of not a Vardy replacement, but kind of the same style of player, off the shoulder, making those runs. But we're seeing Vardy drop deeper than he ever has before under Enzo. That's why I'm curious to see how Daka is going to play. And how are we going to shape up around him as well?
Sorry, was I responding to that? I was waiting for you to speak.
When you saying Brad, I thought, Brad.
I mean, I get it. And to those of you commenting away, and I can see some of you going, well, I hope he proves me wrong, and I do appreciate the fact that you're willing to let him prove wrong. But if you're watching us now, I can't imagine why you would if you were at the game, because you're probably getting into the stadium trying to get a pint. But if for some reason you're kind of a late arrival to the King Power and you've got us on and you've heard Daka, let me put the scenario to you. Imagine you played for Leicester City and you were a striker and you hadn't got many chances, you feel a bit down, and the gaffer pulls you to one side Friday night, Saturday morning, he goes, "You're starting tonight. I want you to prove your worth tonight. I want you to prove to them fans what you're capable of and show them what I've seen you do on a training ground." And you walk out in front of 30,000 Leicester fans, the majority of them anyway, and the bloke who does the tannoy announcements announces your name, right? How would you feel as a player if all of a sudden they went, and I don't know, LCFC Gray, and everyone went, "Oh yeah, great, here we go," and that's all you heard was just murmurs after everybody had been cheered. And I just used Gray because I saw his name at the top there. How would you feel as a player? You'd be like, well, why would I want to put an effort in for this team because the fans don't care for me? So instead of being like, oh, Daka's up front, oh, where's Vardy, oh, where's Inacho? When you hear his name ring out by the Tannoy bloke in about probably 2 minutes' time or so, roar from cheer for him. Get behind him, back him. Because at the end of the day, he's still wearing our kit. He's still playing for us.
Yeah. I think we actually play 3 up front because the 2 wide strikers play up alongside. The 2 wide wingers, play up alongside the strikers. Now, I'm a bit worried here, Luke, because I'm just looking at the team lineup that's on the BBC, and a marvellous organisation. And if you don't follow the BBC, do check the BBC Leicester City page, especially on a Tuesday afternoon. There's a great article on there called Fans Voice. Do check it out. But the BBC have got Dewsbury Hall playing right back. Now, that can't be right, can it?
No, and we always get put down as a 4-3-3 as well, which we don't play either. So I don't take much notice on that.
No.
And sorry, go on.
No, carry on.
I was just going to quickly just say back to Scott that I don't think they're going to play 2 up front, but every time you go on social media, there's Zambians who absolutely go to war for him on the Leicester page week in, week out. That's one of the main things they all say. Oh, we need to play 2 up front. He's not used to his advantages. Harvey Barnes was selfish last season, because you keep saying we haven't given him a chance. We haven't this season, but I've been hearing this a lot from you guys, from you, Chris, and I'm actually going to go back through and I'm going to go through and I'll send you the stats after this. First 3 games last season, I'm pretty sure 4 games, it was all Vardy, and we barely saw collection till the end of the season last season, right? If you remember, I'm almost adamant there was about a stretch of about 6 to 7 games where Daka started those games and played a fair amount. I'm almost 100% positive, and if it's in the comments, please let me know. But I'm sure he was given a run of games last season, and he didn't do well.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that, and I think he did get a couple of goals. But this season, this is his first start.
Yes, that's why I agree 100% of everything you just said. He's done nothing wrong this season, and he's only been used once brief in the left wing, and that's where he was briefly used, if you remember, with Dean Smith.
Yes, yeah. Gonna get but score predictions. Just to say, all I can say is that I'm after 3 games, I'm halfway to my predictions total from last week. Coventry, Birmingham, we both went 2-1, Brad. Then Coventry won 2-0. Blackburn, Leeds, I went 1-2. Leeds won 2-0. Brad, you went for a draw. Oh, who knew?
Bloody Blackburn, they had one job.
And Sunderland have beaten West Bromwich Albion. Wow. Sunderland.
I don't think anyone got any points for that, though, I'll be honest with you. And probably Doug went like 1-0 bloody Sunderland, knowing our luck.
Right, let's get our predictions in. I have gone 3-1 to Leicester. Brad, you've gone 3-0. We just heard Kate go 1-0. Luke, is it going to be 4 again for you?
No, I've gone 3-0.
You gone 3-0, Brad? Are you too sure about it?
You know it's bad when Luke starts copying my own work. He's trying to catch up to the person above him. That's not going to help you, Luke. Okay, can we just for laughs go 6-0 and say that Daka and Tom Cannon get a hat-trick?
I feel like I was brought into this prediction league just to make Brad feel better, but not coming last. No.
Don't think it, mate. You were definitely you and Dave were brought in to make me feel better about my life.
Dave's already pumping me as well. I got stitched up.
I was inviting them in to catch you up, Brad. If I'm honest, and I think I said that at the time. I think I said go out and catch Brad because he's still bragging about that he's won it for the last 2 seasons. Okay, so Matthew M's gone 2-1 to Leicester. Anthony, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day. Hey, Anthony, if you're still watching, look at that. Christmas quiz book ready for the Christmas quiz in a couple of weeks, which is on a Wednesday, which is a day after the Tuesday, which is if you've got nothing to do Tuesday afternoon, do get up to the BBC website, Leicester City page, and check out Fans Voice. Anthony's gone 2-1. Paul has gone 2-1 as well. Jeff, I think it's very late over there. I think he's already started on the whiskies. He's gone 4-0 to Leicester. Maybe that's a Daka hat trick. Gray has gone 2-0 to Leicester. Jeff said he's not interested in the Prediction League 3 games played in nil point. A bit like England, United Kingdom in the Eurovision, mate. Highfields has gone 2-1 to Leicester. Gray, I don't know if I said Gray's gone 2-0. Scott, I don't know what you're drinking, Scott, but I'll definitely have some of it. 5-0 he's gone to Leicester. He's going for a Daka brace. What's he said? A Daka brace and KDH brace indeed to score. Do you know what, mate? If that comes off, you're going to wish that you had bought a lottery ticket this weekend. We will keep a note of that. Guys, it's not a disaster if we lose today. I mean, Ipswich, West Bromwich Albion have just lost, which has done us a favour. Leeds are still in there. They're just 5 points behind us now, but obviously played a game in hand. Ipswich today are away to Middlesbrough, which, Brad, I went for the draw. You went 2-0 to Middlesbrough. We could do with Middlesbrough doing us favour like the northeast neighbour Sunderland, couldn't we?
I pressed the unmute button and the thing went, no, I don't want to unmute. Yeah, we could. So no, my luck, Sunderland are the only team that play half in a red that are going to do any good for us. But I hope I'm right for once, and that'd be good. But yeah, look, let's just get the job done, because there's a little bit of dread in me now because we've bigged up the team, we've bigged up Daka and everything, and it's like, please don't lose now. Yeah. please don't lose now, because people have an absolute riot on their hands if we do with that lineup. But yeah, let's go and get a win.
We need Watford to do us a favour against Southampton as well, Luke. Sunderland are now they're up to 6th with Hull dropping out on goal difference. And I actually laughed at Dave at the start of the season when he said Blackburn in the playoffs, but they are up to 8th. So the players are about to come out. They're going to warm up for the game. I'm going to get warmed up for the game and have a good old cider. Look, is this not the best sound in the world? I don't know if you heard that at all.
That was the highlight of my weekend. Thank you, Chris.
You need to have a word with your other half, mate. Gentlemen, thank you so very much. I will see you at half time. Thanks a lot for coming on. Luke, got your message yet? I will see you in about 50 minutes.
See you soon, mate.
Cheers, guys. Take care. So, thanks very much to the ladies and gentlefolk there. We have got the playoffs starting. Oh, there's a green and white, very green and white jumper there on the screen at the moment. But it is the Watchalong. You've still got a few seconds to get your score predictions in.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Happy holidays, I guess.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Yes, indeed. Now, look, Gray's very hot on this, so... Be careful, but I've got to say it's going across the bottom banner as well, but I'm just going to say it there, and I'm going to just put it up hopefully once. Live watch along is what you do watching. If you announce something in the chat before myself, you will be removed. We do not accept spoilers. Everybody is watching it at different times, because the way that we stream these things, depending where you are in the country, we're all watching at different times. So please, I'm trying to actually get a clock sorted so that you can see what minute I am at all the time. But let me just put my bra on here. But yeah, so but please, no spoilers, please. You'll just ruin it for yourself. Greg, good afternoon, Greg. How are you? Welcome along. He has gone. He's gone 2-1 to Leicester. So I'm stopping taking predictions once kickoff goes, once kickoff starts. Okay, so let's just let's get rid of that, and let us bring this up. Plymouth are in white today. Don't know why. Well, I do if it's for sales, obviously. But there we go. It's 0-0. They're in the tunnel. 57 of you in the stream. Please smash that like button if you would. I am well, thank you, Greg. I am very, very well indeed. Hope you are too. Well, it says you are, so nice one. Oops, a daisy. Swedish fan in the room. Hi, Phil. How are you? Welcome along from the Nordic countries there. Ricardo's not playing because he totted up his yellow card, so he misses this game due to suspension. And with the other players, I think it's just using the squad, mate. Just using the squad. Was he right to do that? Well, we'll find out. We will find out, won't we? That is the thing. Callum is in. Hello, Callum. How the devil are you, sir? Welcome along. (22nd of April) was Daka's last start. Yes, then it would be nice to see Callum coming on. It would be. Spriggs, good afternoon. Welcome along. How are you? Nice chair there. They've just announced Daka's name. You got a nice chair. That's nice to see. So they're playing When You're Smiling. I think we've got to say, oh, Callum has gone for a 3-1. That's smiling. I think, honestly, surely we can pick something else. It doesn't really inspire me. I'm not going to lie. So there's the Mashwandi, who is on the bench. Mashwandi's. He's 21 years old. He's a Zimbabwe. Plymouth, though, we're about to kick off. We are about to kick off. So if you want to see how far you are ahead of us, Plymouth are going to kick off, and they're going to be kicking from right to left in their all white on the night away strip. And we're off. Leicester all in blue, kicking the way they like to in the first half, which is with the copper behind them. Ball goes back to Hermansen. Oh, it's an up and under, that one. He's a left winger, is Tawanda. We'll call him Tawanda, I can say that. So, I can say all white for Plymouth, kicking from towards the cop from right to left. Leicester all in blue. They've got the cop behind them in the first half, so they'll be playing that way in the second half, which they like to do. It is. And Spriggs gone 2-0. Remember to smash the likes buttons, please, guys. Oh, that was a bit close, but Chowdhury to Winks to Faz on the near side. Plays it into the middle to Dewsbury Hall. He's lost it, though. He had two players on him immediately, Dewsbury Hall, so fair play. Couldn't really do an awful lot there. Ends up back with the Plymouth goalkeeper. Yesterday, just to keep you updated, Coventry beat Birmingham 2-0. Poor Rooney. Blackburn and played Leeds earlier. Blackburn 0, Leeds 2. And Sunderland beat West Bromwich Albion 2-1. Tell you what, this league, it is all over the place when it comes to predictions. But anyway, though, they have it on the... have it back with the defence, Plymouth. Oh, it's a long hoofed ball up towards the right wing, but it's cleared by, it was cleared by the Leicester player, but then Winks got bundled off the ball. Rene, good evening, Rene. How are you? I say good evening because I know where he is. Hope you are well, mate. So, luckily got away with that one, Dewsbury Hall. Faz. Faz back to Hermansen. Chowdhury gets the ball off Faz, plays it forward to Daka, getting involved already. Vestergaard. Oh, lovely ball, long out. It's a little bit too hard. There for Justin. But it was a good idea there from... Which one are you going for, Rennie? So coming forward here, Plymouth, they're going to put the ball out. No, free throw in. I thought it was Leicester's way, but it's given to Plymouth, taken quickly on the near side. Playing it back now. So it ends up back with Hermansen. 3 minutes gone, coming up to 4 minutes. Well, I'm looking for a better performance today from Hermansen. Cut out those silly mistakes. So it looks like Daka's being man-marked. And he's been coming deep as Daka. But he is taking a defender with him when he does that. So it's a throw-in now on just halfway inside the Plymouth half on the near side. So Plymouth now playing it through the defence on the far side. The cross comes in. I think it's going to be a corner. It is on the far side. First corner of the game goes to Plymouth. Playing in the white with the 2 green stripes down the front. And it's a corner on the far side. So 89 of you in. Please, please, please do smash the likes. Seeing the swinger here. Easily headed out by Dewsbury Hall, but it's straight to a Plymouth player. Played it across to the near side now. And it's a throw-in for Leicester off James. Oh, sorry, throw-in for Plymouth off James Justin. At the moment, I've got to say, it is more Plymouth. Plymouth are starting the more aggressive. Good interception by Faz, good tackle by Faz there, right on the edge of the box. We did speak to Aaron, the Plymouth fan, the other day, and he did say that Plymouth would not just sit back, as a lot of teams have done. And they're certainly not. They are certainly coming for us. Obviously, it's at very early days yet. No goals at all in any of the games so far. It's Dewsbury Hall. Gets the ball for Manson. Plays it to Mavadidi, who's in the centre. Plays it back to Justin now. Justin will go all the way back to Vestergaard. Got 92 watching, 22 likes. As I always say, guys, it does help the channel. At the moment, yeah, it is the Plymouth fans that are making the more noise. Faz cuts inside. Winks now. To Justin on the far side, hugging the touchline, into Dewsbury Hall. That was a good ball. Oh, tried to put Daka through there, and he didn't quite get away with it. The Plymouth defender read it well. So back with Vestergaard, plays it back to Manson. It's a good break for Leicester. Our first real foray into towards their goal, as they say. Thank you, Gray. We've got 27 likes now. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Basically, if you like the channel, if you like the video, if you don't want to subscribe, obviously subscriptions help us more than anything. But if you like the video, basically what it does is the more likes you get, it helps with the algorithms. And if anybody who doesn't follow the channel, that was a great cross there. Great cross there. Daka couldn't quite get his head to it. Daka from cross from Fatawu plays it in. Literally, I must have been just missed off the top of his head. And it goes out for a corner on the far side. Leicester's first corner now. Patson Daka looking like they're rushing into the box there. Well, he has the speed that Vardy doesn't at the moment. Daka's definitely getting involved and gets a throw in. Yeah, so what it does is basically, if you don't subscribe to the channel, it basically helps our analytics and it gets us seen on everybody else's homepage. A good cross there, taken well down by Fatawu. He gets the cross in. Indeed, he's up. It went over the top. But I think it was Mavididi over to, well, it was Fatawu, crossed the ball over. Mavididi pings it back in. It was nowhere near Daka. Indeed, he went up, but unfortunately couldn't quite connect on it, and it went over the top. I agree, Rennie. I agree 100%. 31 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Just saying, but apparently this is the third youngest squad in the championship. We've got to be careful because if we're looking to loan players in January, we could struggle because you're only allowed to have so many in your match day squad on pinch and bench. So buying Fatawu in January might actually help us if we're looking to loan somebody in. But now Plymouth are coming away. They're in the centre circle. It was a good long run. But I think it was Faz there who... So, Chowdhury. Out to Fatawu on the near side. Back to Chowdhury. Cross to Vestergaard in the centre circle. To Faz. It's a free kick to Leicester. Handball. Quickly taken by Justin on the far side. Ends up back with Vestergaard, though. Forward. Daka gets it. Plays it back to Winks. He chips it over towards Fatawu. He manages to just try back a little bit and picks it up. Faz with the ball. Vestergaard now, centre circle. He's looking for that pass. Finds Mavididi well. Oh, is that a penalty? Yes, it's a penalty. Yes. Penalty for Leicester. I thought the first challenge might have been a penalty. Oh, did he, Gray? Nice one. Oh. Dewsbury Hall went down. Oh, that was easily a free kick. Taken out. So, who's going to take the penalty? It was probably one of the easier decisions he's got. Vardy and Iheanacho. Mavididi is going to take the penalty. So Mavididi, can he convert this now? Yes! 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 Mavididi gets in there. Penalty after 14 minutes. I tell you what, I didn't think he'd got it for a minute. I thought the goalkeeper had gone for it. But it's Leicester City 1, Plymouth 0 after 14 minutes. Steffi Mavididi from the penalty spot after he was brought down himself. Steps up to take it. Keeper goes the right way. Whoa, he actually maybe even got a touch on it. Possibly even got a touch on it. Whoa. Oh, 1-0 to Leicester. He didn't belt it, Mavididi. I've got to say, he scored, so it looks like it was a good penalty. I thought Daka might take it, to be honest with you. Yeah, possibly. Remember, Rene, no spoilers. No, I know you, but we will get kicked out with any spoilers. Just at the just came in at the right time. LCFC, will you go out and come back in again? One of your scorers today. But you let him go. You let him go, Anthony. So, 1-0. Do you believe that's the first goal? It's the first goal of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Wow. Whew. Oh, Plymouth lost the ball here. Oh. Good defending there, though, in fairness, by Plymouth. Oh, don't know what the Plymouth striker was trying to do there. I think he was trying to lob the keeper, but it certainly didn't end up that way. So it's 1-0 as it stands at the moment. Oh, Daka's through now! Go on, Daka! Oh! Daka's through with his first proper opportunity. Shoots it straight at the goalkeeper. Fatawu now is through. Oh, he's got it back. It came off a Plymouth defender. Oh, Daka again! Oh! How did he? Oh, he went with his foot. I think he went with his foot. Well, if he'd gone for his head, Mavadidi did, Greg. The thing is, though, right? Is this not? Is this because Daka isn't match fit? Oh, it was actually Ndidi. It was actually Ndidi that was through, not Daka. Susie, hello. I've gone 3-1 Leicester. Brad and Luke both went 3-0. At the moment, Kate's happy because she went 1-0. He started well. He has started well. Leicester coming away again now. Oh, chips it in, but nobody. Well, the people there, but they couldn't quite get on the end of it. Mavadidi winks now. Goes back to. I'm just in the middle of the away half with Vestergaard. Back to winks again. getting some nice hits now, but we're losing it out. Lose the ball. With the number 11 on the near side. Now he shuts him down though. He's coming all the way back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper for Plymouth might be a little bit disappointed. Stephen, hello, how are you? Oh, nice turn there by the Plymouth player. But it loses it out to Winks, of course. Who else? Who gets it back to Hermansen? 21 minutes gone. Leicester City 1, Plymouth 0. Just checking the table here. Were we only a point above Ipswich? Fatawu now. He's on his left foot. Oh, it wasn't that far. Good effort from Fatawu there. Wasn't that far. Lovely cut inside from the right. Got it onto his left foot. Made the space for himself. Shot it. Wasn't that far, I don't think, from the angles that I've seen. Well, we didn't start particularly fast for the first 6 or 7 minutes. That's why then we are now 3 points ahead of Ipswich. Leicester look like leaders at the moment. So Plymouth are coming down the middle, down the left, plays it in, but it's straight through. It's being monitored by Justin. Vestergaard stood over the ball, and it went through and just ended up as very safe. I think everybody got the shout from Hermansen, to be honest with you. Huddersfield have gone 1-0 up against Bristol City. Oh dear, Anthony. Oh, Dewsbury Hall, head tennis with himself, heads it over the player to Ndidi. Now it's out to Fatawu on the near side. Plays it into Ndidi, gets it across, and it's a corner to Leicester. Second corner for Leicester. So at the moment, Leicester have had 60% of the possession, 5 shots, 2 on target, 1 shot, 1 on target at the moment for Plymouth. I've gone 2-1 to Huddersfield. Brad went 2-0. So at the moment, we're doing all right. So short corner, Winks now crosses it in. Oh, but it's cleared by the Plymouth player. That wasn't the best planned, but Dewsbury Hall chips it back in. Oh, Faye's on the far side. Is it going to know it's stopped out from going from a corner? And Plymouth can break on the far side. Leicester getting players back now. It's all the way across to the near side, but it's absolutely nowhere near the Plymouth player. And Fatawu can get it and come inside. Dewsbury Hall now on the ball. I've got to say, Leicester are playing well. They're moving for each other. They are moving for each other. Can Plymouth do anything here? Oh, ran at Justin. Justin held his ground. I think he's got out for a corner to Plymouth on the far side. Good defending there by Justin. So it's a corner now. Second one for Plymouth on the far side. 123 in. Please do smash that likes button. Greg. So it's a corner. Left-footed, it will come into the box. Oh, Mavadidi there doing his defensive duties. It looked to be one of those like when we lost the goal to West Brom, where it was kind of ping-ponging all around. But Mavadidi came back, did his defensive duties. Another corner. Oh, an incoming corner. It didn't touch anybody from this one on the near side this time. Right-footed in. It just went over everybody and ended up on top of the net. So, a Manson about to take the goal kick. So, got it in their own half now, Plymouth. It's back with the Plymouth goalkeeper, Cooper. Please remember, do what it says there, guys. Really do appreciate that. Oh, Whittaker with it now for Plymouth. Oh, Chowdhury there. Can he blocks it? Oh, good play, Chowdhury. Excellent play, Chowdhury. And he's not giving it up either. And he's won a free kick. Great defending. Oh, fast giving the ball away now. Oh, Faz, don't know what he was doing there. Lost the ball, but Whittaker, number 10 for Plymouth, shoots it high wide. And I'm going to say not very pretty. Ipswich are still drawing 0-0 with Middlesbrough. Leeds won earlier in the game. Plymouth now win the ball on the edge of the box. Faz, he just comes in and puts his welly through it. And it literally goes from our penalty box into the dugout for the opposition. That's how far he cleared it. Leeds are putting the pressure on Ipswich now. They're just 5 points behind Ipswich. And if Ipswich lose today, they'll only be 4 in front of Leeds. So Leeds are doing their bit. Like I say, 67% possession now for Leicester. 2 shots for Plymouth, one of them on target. One of them, like I say, high and wide. I think it's a throw into Leicester on the far side. Exactly half an hour gone, 30 minutes, and it is 1-0 to Leicester City.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV.
For all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels.
For the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Indeed, so my stream's just playing up at the moment. Oh, an effort, just as I came back then, an effort from right for Plymouth, I think it was. But he loses it out. But now, oh, he couldn't keep it in. That was so unlucky for Fatawu. It certainly took the pressure off the Leicester defence at that time. Oh, good defending. Winks there looks so controlled. Just plays it back to Faz. Oh, he's got to be the buy of the summer. He's got. I mean, I think Vestergaard's done really well this year. I think that you're looking at Winks as being our player of the year. Now it's through. Oh my God! How did I miss that? 32 minutes. Plymouth were through. Chowdhury beaten well. Plymouth through. And shot straight at Mads. That should have been 1-1. I mean, we're saying this all the time. The commentators saying again, we're putting pressure on ourselves. Aren't we doing that every single game, though? Yeah. So it's with Vestergaard anyway. Panic over. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. Don't panic. They don't like it up them. Can Justin get to this? Oh. No, he's put no. I mean, he went down, Justin, looking for the free kick. Perhaps he was looking too much. Let's have a look. Well, I think that would have been given in the Premier League. He did get his arm, the Plymouth defender, his arm around Justin's arm. Oh, that was unlucky there. Fatawu just missing the ball. Just missing the ball. I agree, Jeff. I agree. Stefan, yes, he is. Oh, good defending. This time, Fatawu back to cut the cross out, gives the corner away, but yeah, it's Plymouth are coming back into this now. They're not taking it quickly. They're certainly not, oh, there's going to be another corner. It's Vestergaard. I don't think he knew too much about it, and it goes out. Yeah, Plymouth aren't taking this lying down. Fair play to them. They're coming back. Yes, Stefan, we do. This time it's not going to be a short corner. It's going to be played into the box. Right-footed from the near side in front of the cop. It's taken. Oh, Hermansen comes out, punches clear. Oh, it was smashed back through by Whittaker, who's got the ball back again, crosses it in. Now the counter is on now. Is that Daka with the ball? He's looking for Fatawu. Oh, indeedy! How did he miss that? Oh, my God! My grandmother could have got that, and she's dead. Oh, why didn't he play it? There was two Leicester players. Mavididi and Daka. Mavididi got it. He played it across to Ndidi. It just needed a touch. It was almost Gascoigne-esque. Wow. Oh. Well, this game, this could have been, well, it should have been 2-1. Oh, good defending, good goalkeeping from Hermansen. He came out then, and he had to. This game, I mean, it's end to end. Ipswich have gone 1-0 up at Middlesbrough. Will you fuck off, Ipswich? It's a free kick. Indeed, he given a free kick away. Who knew? Ipswich just won't get. Ipswich are like the Black Knight in that Monty Python film. You chop off an arm off. No, it is nothing. It is nothing. Carry on. Chop his other arm off. Oh, put the sword in my mouth. Carry on. That's what Ipswich are like this season. Which is good. We're not, nobody's walking away with it, as they say. Leeds are lurking as well. But look, it's a free kick in a dangerous position. 36 minutes gone for Plymouth. $128 people watching. Like I always say, please smash that likes. For the free kicks. Oh, wide. Thank God. It was a dangerous position. Let's have a look at this. It went to the. Oh, it was well wide. I think Hermansen could have had a picnic before he actually got over to. Before he went over to pick the ball up. So, all the games are 0-0, except Huddersfield 1, Bristol City 0, Leicester City 1, Plymouth Argyle 0, Middlesbrough 0, Ipswich 1. So, Leicester now top with 49 points, Ipswich second with 48. This is going to be, I think somebody said earlier, I don't know if it was Gray or not, that, I don't know how important that game, I think it's going to be so important against Ipswich on Boxing Day. So, it's been a bit up and under the last few seconds, but Mavididi goes all the way back to Vestergaard, to Winks, to Vestergaard. I think it was just a little bit of a heavy cross from Mavididi. I mean, he played him in Winks style. Maybe if it had to go at it himself, Daka was behind. Who knows? It's all ifs, buts, and maybes. Hermansen. Indeed, back to Hermansen. Long ball through. Oh, Mavididi took that so well. Fatawu plays it outside, plays it in to Ndidi. Back to Fatawu. Now Ndidi goes across. Oh! And he crosses it straight to the arms of the Plymouth goalkeeper. Is that going to be a throw in to Leicester? I think it is. Chowdhury comes over. Chowdhury just inside the opposition half on the near side with the throw in. Oh, not sure who missed that then, but it was a bad miss. I think it was Daka actually. No, it was Fatawu. Harry Winks has the ball. I'm sure this will go back to Manson. Yes, it does. 40 minutes gone. 5 minutes, 4 minutes now, plus any stoppage time, Rennie. Stefan, thank you so very, very much. Appreciate those kind words. Thank you. It does mean a lot. Fouls with the ball. Daka gets a free kick there, Daka. I don't know if he slipped, but he was brought down. Gets a free kick. Oh, he gets a yellow card. So Gibson. Oh, poor free kick. Poor free kick. So a yellow card for Gibson, number 17 for Plymouth, for the tackle on Daka. Vestergaard to Justin, for Mavadidi. Twists and turns. Justin. Doesn't quite get it through to Daka. Daka making the runs, though. He's making the right runs, is Daka. Plymouth away now on the near side. Oh, Faz. Hi, he. Oh, what's that going to... Who's going to get that? Plymouth. No. Plymouth took it very quickly, and the referee went, no, not having any of that. It's a Leicester throw-in. Good defending from Wout Fast there. So Chowdhury with the throw-in. Oh, the Plymouth manager, Schumacher. He's going round the bend with the fourth official. Schumacher round the bend. See what I did then? Oh, Fatawu went past 3 or 4 players there. Little twinkle toes and was brought down. So it's a free kick. It's another booking. 2 quick yellows there for Plymouth. That's Miller now getting in the book for Leicester. He did well to get past as many players as he did. It's 10 yellows now you got to get to for a ban. So a little bit of respite for the likes of Fatawu and Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Both got 4. Not many goals in this first half. There should have been a few goals being scored here. Respect your opinion, Anthony. Don't necessarily I agree with it, but respect your opinion. Alan, welcome along, mate. Beat Sheffield United 5-0, then you lose. The Wolves, who are you playing? All right, it's headed back to 45 minutes are up. It's with the goalkeeper. Now Plymouth. Oh, it's free here on the left. Is the Plymouth. Oh, good save again by Hermansen. 3 saves this half. Not sure how much injury time there is. But we're into the 46th minute. About to go to the 47th minute. Have I missed this? Oh, headed clear. Oh. No. Free kick, I think, is going to go to Plymouth now. It's a good team performance here from the Foxes. Farrell went up for that ball. He was entitled. The Plymouth player went down, turned, fell on his side, looked over at the referee, and then let stay down. But Plymouth are coming away now. Added time, it was 2 minutes, apparently. But we nearly lost those 2 minutes already. They've gone. Oh, Dewsbury Hall. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. He's broken now. Leicester players running up. Oh, long high ball in from Dewsbury Hall, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. He wasn't being challenged at all. And that's it. It is half time. No, Anthony, no, totally got your opinion made. It's all about opinions. We don't CB hoping honestly, CB, when you're relying on other teams to do your job for you, what can I say? It's half time. Leicester City 1, Plymouth 0. Fatawu penalty. We're going to be back after this short break. Do not go away. 145 of you watching, please smash that like.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Well, what a half, guys. What a half. Let me just get some comments from the chat. NBT3. Well, we're going to talk about that first half now. Ipswich still stalking us. Yes, they are. Like I say, CB, welcome along. Nice to see you. Still relying, like I say, on still hoping other teams are going to do you a favour. Great. Hopefully, we'll put this game to bed second half. We should be 3-0 up, but yes, look, Plymouth could have had 3 goals as well. Your thoughts on the first half, Luke?
100%. This game should have been dead and buried already, but at the same time, we should easily be at least 1 or 2 goals down.
Indeed. Are you there, Brad?
Yep, sorry. I was just sorting my camera out.
Your thoughts on the first half, mate?
Mixed bag, really. You've heard the expression "a game of 2 halves," but I'm going to have to cop a new one here. I know I like to combine things together and make up my own as I go along, but that was a half of 2 halves, Chris, because the first 20 minutes, I was sat there, beat up, going, penalty, Mavadini, 1-0, way this sounds going to be a walk in the park. Plymouth are going to capitulate here. We're all over them. We're ripping them apart at the back. And the last 25 minutes was difficult to listen to, mate, because it was all Plymouth. And there was one very specific thing that we echo on this channel a lot. Not me. I don't mean an echo as in like what you can hear from me sometimes. I mean, what we say a lot on this channel was what Jerry Taggart said. And that is sometimes a bit of common sense is needed and they just hoof it. Admittedly, 2 seconds after he said that, faced when I do that. But are we trying to play ourselves out of this game sometimes? Because, that 25 minutes.
I mean, I've got to say, in the first 10 minutes, it was all Plymouth. I thought they took the game to us. And even when they went 1-0 down, they've not capitulated, Luke. They've come at it and they're giving it a good chance. And it's 1-0, but it could be 3-2.
Yeah, there's a lot of chances. And that question got answered pretty quick. Dakar is dropping very deep. So he's clearly playing how Enzo wants him to play. I thought our wings had a really good first half. I thought both Mavadini and Fatara in particular had a great first half. They looked excellent. And I want to be mad at Ndidi for all those sitters that he missed, but at the same time, he's still so dangerous in getting himself in all the right places. I don't know whether I should be happy or mad at him or both, but
Gascoigne-esque, I described him as with that one chance. It was literally off the studs, wasn't it, really? Dakar is going deep, Brad. I think that, as Luke quite rightly said, that is probably under instructions from Enzo. But I did notice, and I think it was commented on the stream as well, when he goes deep, he takes a defender with him.
Muted.
It's because I'm so used to doing it. I don't have an echo when I'm not talking, sort of thing. No, you're right. He is coming deep, and that's exactly what a deep line. That's what a deep line forward does. It's exactly the role. He clearly is taking the Iheanacho role. Hopefully, we'll get them questions answered by Enzo at the end. Maybe that's just the way he wants him to do, because it does. It drags that defender with him, and it has allowed Fatu and Mavadini that freedom. I think the less said about that Fatu to Ndidi chance, the better. Because that could have been Harry Winks at the weekend, couldn't have it, when he slid in that goal and he nearly missed it. So I forgive and forget him as long as we go on and win this game. But it's interesting. I thought they might play more to his strengths, but maybe we don't know. Maybe in these 3 months that he's been training, that's what he's been training to do. He's not had a bad game.
No, he has had his chances, Luke, hasn't he?
He's had his chances, like bang on. Like I forgot who just put the comments up. He has created space for a lot of people. He has drawn the defenders well, and like remember, Enzo's very insistent. He's going to play Enzo ball. So if Dak is playing like that, we could certainly expect that Tom Cannon's going to be playing very similar.
Again, takes the player out. But what I liked about that half, Brad, the movement off the ball by the Leicester players. Every time somebody had the ball, they had options, and we haven't always seen that. But I mean, that was a really all right. We did rely on Hermanson, and we'll come on to him in a second. But I did like the way we were moving off the ball for the team.
Yeah, and again, it kind of goes to the Enzo way. I don't know if you've seen it, Chris. I'd love to analyse the video with you at some point. It was on the Coach's Voice YouTube channel. Enzo was on there.
Yes,
and I really listened. Yeah, I'm sure. I think you said you'd seen it, and that's exactly what he asks his players to do. He wants them to outnumber each position, and the only way you're going to do that is to move off the ball. We talk about sometimes when we rate the players, we talk about them in the post match that follows on from the game. We talk about like sometimes we rate the players on their whole thing of what you don't necessarily get to see. We talk about Craig and oh my God, how I'm forgetting his name. He's been doing your man of the match, Alan. I got there in the end. My name, they go to the game and they see things that we don't because obviously, you can't, and their work off the ball is absolutely superb. And it's probably that's edging the quality over Plymouth in this game right now, I'll be honest.
Luke criticised him last week, gave him my lowest score of the season. We'd be dead and buried without Hermanson. We've had some dreadful defensive mistakes. Three good saves, none of them spectacular, but they were needed.
I thought they were absolutely superb. I didn't think anything was wrong with his shot-stopping abilities or anything last week. It was more his, I wanted to touch on this, actually. It's not that he's like Danny Ward-esque where he's very nervous on the ball. It's almost that he's too confident and he's too...
Be careful. You got two Danny Ward fans here. Be careful.
No. It's he's number 4 goalkeeper now. I can say what I want. Madsen Manson is sometimes too confident on the ball, which I like, to be honest, and we are going to see mistakes. But no, he made some great saves, mate. But your love child / nephew really made some really, really good passes, but he made one mare of a pass. So, but other than that, I thought he had a great first half too.
Yeah. QPR are 1-0 up against Hull. Swansea 1-0 up against Rotherham. Huddersfield are beating Bristol City. And Ipswich are 1-0 up against Middlesbrough. Sake Ipswich, we give over. Look, Brad, they said, and I think we may well have touched on it, but we're putting pressure on ourselves. I think it's Jerry Taggart that's commentating. We're putting pressure on ourselves with the way we play at the back, and we do. And we're going to come up against the team, and we are going to get hurt.
Yeah, we are. We've been our own worst enemy in this game. In fact, the most creative Plymouth have been, ironically, have been because of us giving the ball away.
Yeah,
trying to be a bit extra on the ball. Mavadidi, why are you giving away that silly needless free kick there by doing fancy step overs at the edge of your own box? That's just, and these are the sort of things where we've talked about this positively after a positive result or a negative result. So you can tell it never changes with my opinion on this. There is a thing called that seems to lack from this squad at times, and I don't know if it's the overconfidence they get when they're winning or whatever, because I say they do it when they're losing, so it really can't be that. They lack sometimes a little bit of common sense. They've got great footballing brain. They do everything right on the pitch more times than not, but sometimes they're just lacking a bit of common sense where, I don't think I think it was Taggart even said it. I don't think he'll actually mind if sometimes a Wout Faes or a Vestergaard or a Mavadidi gets a ball and boots it, Just a bit of common sense. Unnecessary pressure at times we're putting on ourselves.
Just showing the indeed he missed again. It was very much Gascoigne-esque. But Luke, before we break off for the second half, very quickly, was a penalty. The challenge just before that with KDH, I think, was on the edge, which technically would have still made it a penalty. But the referee was on a good game. Let the ball go on to see if we could make anything of it. Obviously, they then took Mavididi out. I thought Daka penalty taker here.
I was expecting the Daka penalty as well. It would have been good for his confidence. And I got to be honest with you, I wasn't confident watching Mavididi before he took that penalty, but he scored it. So, but still, it wasn't the most inspiring penalty takes. But all that matters is that it hit the back of the net.
I think the word you're looking for there is just.
Just, yeah, the keeper got a hand to it as well. It came off the keeper, really. But like you said, it's been a physical game, mate. I've been enjoying these physical games in the championship.
No. The players are out. So, gentlemen, I will let you go. Thank you so very much for your input and your expert analysis. And I will see you at full time.
I'll see you at full time.
Come on, you left. Come on, Foxes. So here we go. 1-0. 1-0. Like they just said, it could have been more. Should have been. I don't know. Should have been. Could have been. Would have been. But it could have been 3-2. If all the chances had been put away, it would have been 3-2. So it's the second half. Can't get my bra on. Here we go. There we go. So Leicester, all in blue. Going to be kicking towards the Kop, so from right to left in the second half. Indeed, Anthony, indeed. Plymouth in their all white on the night strip are kicking from. Oh, just need to move my cushion. My arse is getting sore. And they're going to be kicking from left to right. So here we go. 1-0. What's going to happen in the second half? No changes have been made. Just a very, very quick reminder, guys. No spoilers. You wait for me to speak, just that it doesn't spoil it for anybody else. Spy on Kop, indeed. So it's back to Hermansen. Yeah, no substitutions for either of the two sides. Oh, effort from they curled it. I think it curled in the way of a Quavers because it was more closer towards the corner flag at the end of it. Jerry playing well, are they, mate? Well done, sir. Well done. So, short kick out. Hermansen to Winks. Hermansen's got it back. Dewsbury Hall, who plays it straight back to Hermansen, who then has to go long anyway. So why not go long in the first place? Indeedy now. Dewsbury Hall has got it. Mavididi now on the near side. Lovely ball. Back to KDH. KDH. Indeedy. Winks. Indeedy. Trying to be too intricate, are we here? Has the chance gone? Chowdhury. Over to Fatawu. Oh, Fatawu tries to play in Dhaka, I think it was, and it was too hard and it goes out. Basically, we were, I don't know what we were doing there. We just took so many chances. Bristol City have equalised against Huddersfield. Yep, you're right there, Jeff. Best place to be. Best place to be, Craig. It's out. Is that going to be a throw into Leicester? Yeah, it is. Halfway inside their own half. Quickly taken by Justin. Back to Vestergaard. Stefan, we definitely need a second. Definitely. 130 of you in. Please smash those likes. I'm not sure what the likes is on at the moment. Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Back to Hermansen. Hermansen's going to just roll it out. I thought he was to Vestergaard. No, it goes to Chowdhury. He's got 2 players on him, but he gets it back. Now it's back to Ndidi. Honestly. Keeper player, keeper player, keeper player. Now he goes long. Fatawu! Daka! Daka! Yes! Patson Daka! Get in! 2-0! Get in! 48 minutes! It's Leicester City 2! Plymouth 1! What a goal! Yes, they were playing it around at the back. Then it was a long ball over the top from Amanson. Fatawu. Plays it just with the outside of his foot. He sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Does Daka. Just a little clip into Daka. Daka sends the keeper the wrong way. First goal in 13 games. What a little move. What a good setup from Daka. What a good setup. Wow. That's just amazing, amazing, amazing. I feel so happy for Daka. I do. I got to say, he deserves that. He deserves that. Uh, 2-0. Patson Daka. Whoa. Well, my 2-1's on. Oh, that was needed. Let me just catch up. I'm sorry, I missed. Let me get back to these comments here. Sometimes Route 1's mate's better. Chris, you weren't joking when you told me to leave and come back. Did it again. Well done, LCFC. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Well done, Patson. Yeah, well, fair play to you. Fair play to you, Gray, for saying that. Highfield's get in there. Steve, let's go. Happy for Patson. He has been look, he hasn't complained. He hasn't been up in arms. He hasn't been talking to newspapers. He's just got on with it. Mavadidi here. It's 3! It's 3! Steffi fucking Mavadidi! 51 minutes. So, what a start to the second half. Mavadidi, who went for 3-0? You're doing well. Mavadidi, what a goal. Wow, I haven't finished doing the 2-0. Oh, what a goal. We're just scoring for pleasure now. Let's have a look. Mavadidi got the ball in the box. He ran through, he had 3 players round. Twinkle toes. It was through 3 defenders. Wow. Wow. Is that game over, do you think? How are Plymouth gonna wow. Changes are now being made for Plymouth, and I think they probably need to. No disrespect to them. Honestly, I can't keep up with this. 3-0. 3-0 to Leicester City. A brace for Mavadidi. Patson Daka getting his first goal in, well, since the Ice Age, I think it was. Oh. Daka! Indeed! It's 4! It's 4! Yes! Chowdhury won the ball! Indeed, he may have missed one earlier. He did not miss that one. Oh my God. Chowdhury could have gone down. He didn't. Played out to Mendidi. In off the post. Assist from Daka there. Oh, let me go away. Let me come back to you when I've actually caught up with this score, guys. Oh, Plymouth fans are leaving. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Oh, I just can't keep up with this. Somebody tell me I'm not dreaming. Somebody pinch me. Wow. Somebody said a game of two halves. Well, I'll tell you what. Two changes coming up here for Plymouth. 4-0. Sorry, guys. Let me get it with your chats. We need a second. And that might have been a while ago there, Stefan. Told you, give him a chance. Yay, Daka. Yeah, of course, he. Tip to Leicester for the ACC next season. Well, we have to do that. That wasn't very popular when you suggested it last time. Daka, yay! Let's go. Told you Daka would score today. Let's go. Get in there. Well done, Patson. I'm trying to catch up with your comments here. Happy for Patson. He has to be patient. LCFC don't act like you weren't here. Oh, I'm just saying that. Is that? Haha, it was just banter, of course. Sorry, Kate. I've missed what you're apologising to Kate for. Thanks for proving me wrong, Patson. Well, fair play. Fair play to you, Gray. Get in. 1 goal, 1 assist. It's quality. It so is. We're coming up to Mavadidi. 6-0 incoming. 9. Oh, totally grey, totally. Reddy's going one more than me. Oh, from Zambia, George. Well, you've got to be pleased with your man. Feeling less nervous now. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. We're top of the league. Everybody's going for different incoming scores. 3. Well, you shouldn't have gone. You see, Chris goes Christmas shopping every bloody Saturday, Ben. Right, I'm going to have to jump these now. Reece said we need 3 goals. We've got 4 for you, mate. For Kate, I'm with you. I'm with you. I have missed a lot. Sherry. Hi there, Sherry. How you doing? Hope you are well. What have I missed? Yeah. Everything. Right, I don't know what I've done here. Let's put that one back up. Here we go. So it's 4-0. I'm just been all over the place for 10 minutes. Mavadida, Fatawu with the first half penalty. Daka in the 48th minute. Fatawu, I think, put him through. Mavadidi after 51, put it through 3 defenders and a goalkeeper. And then Ndidi, well, it was a harder shot than the other one, but it hit the post, it went in. Yeah, and then that's why it was signed, Ray, to be honest with you, wasn't it? Tom Cannon. We are about to see Tom Cannon. Okay, 153 of you are watching. We only have 65 likes. We need to get up to 100 likes, please, everybody. If you haven't liked it yet, please do. 153 watching, and it's 66 likes now. Thank you. We need to get it up to 100, though. You're welcome, Sherry. No problem. No, we've still got Pratt. Phil, you're quite right. You're quite right. Berger indeed, Ronald. Oh, it was an ball over the top for Ndidi, but he couldn't get to it. I think the strikers definitely are being asked to play deeper. So it looks like all Brighton's coming on. Corner to Leicester. Well, this is doing my heart no good at all. So Cannon is coming on. And Albrighton is coming on for Mavadidi. I don't know why. Why do you take people off when they've got 2 goals, got the chance of a hat-trick? Who's Cannon going to come on for? But Albrighton, it's nice to see Albrighton again. Daka is off. I mean, in fairness, it's Daka's first game in, well, like I say, since the Ice Age. So I guess 60 minutes is not bad. It's not on TV, Reese. So Cannon goes straight up for the corner. Cannon scores on his first touch. So Albrighton and Cannon. The ball comes in the corner. Oh, it's over everybody. And it's out for a goal kick. It makes sense bringing Albrighton on with Cannon. He looks a tall bugger, Cannon. There you go, Kate. He looks big. For those of you that were watching on Monday night. Yeah. What can I say? But oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So Kevin, obviously, he can still put a decent cross in. We know that. Plays it over, and hopefully Cannon can get on the end of him. Craig, I don't know if you're still in, mate. Got it ready for a week on Wednesday. Yeah. Don't you go buying it so you can check the answers. So Cannon's got the ball. Because that's a cannonball. Yes. Yes, Daco, I think, George, you're right. He's done absolutely nothing wrong. He scored a goal. He's assisted a goal. What more can you ask for him? And he's not played for so long that I think 60 minutes probably was enough for him. Cannon now. Oh, does he give away a free kick? I think he has. He's going to be going out to try to impress his Tom Cannon. I suppose the problem is when you're on 2 goals like Mavadidi is. Oh, given away though. Oh, good defending, Vestergaard. Vestergaard, wow. Who else? I tell you what, the post-match reaction is going to be good. Should have gone, Paul. In fact, yes, you should. Can you not go to another shop now? There's a corner on the near side, in swinger. It's headed clear, though. Oh, it was a cannonball of a shot. We haven't got it away yet, Leicester. Oh, straight into Vestergaard's stomach. Oh, Brighton. High. Singing loo. Keep up, Gray. I've had to get it in. 2 more substitutions for Plymouth. 4-0. 65 minutes gone. I think the game's beyond them. What they've got to do is, certainly for morale purposes, is not let it get too bad. J2, more than likely. Oh, Brighton on the right. Lovely ball. Took it well. Oh, that was going to be a free kick, surely. Yes. And a third booking. Ipswich are still leading 1-0, as far as I know. On the far side. Tipped into the box. Plays it over his head. Now plays it back into the middle for Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Chips it in! Oh my God, has it gone in? No! Oh my God, was that Vestergaard? Wow! What a game Vestergaard is having. Jay is in. Hello, Jay. Sherry, again, you're welcome. Exactly, Gray. Exactly. Jay, afternoon, mate. Yeah, you're seeing it right. 4-0. Oh, it was that he had unlucky there for Vestergaard, I'm going to say. Kieran Dewsbury chipped it over. He came into the back. Oh, it was a good save. But now Plymouth, the other way. Plymouth's got a chance in. No, another good save from... Another good save. Fatawu just couldn't quite get to it. It was a good throw out from Hermanson. Created the counter-attack. KDH is coming off. Cashaday. So Cashaday is on for Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Indeed, he is off for Dennis Pratt. So we are seeing them all today. Nice to see. Nice to see these players coming back. Now, we do know that he has got a bit of a boot on him as Dennis Pratt. Oh, poor throw in there from Leicester. So, yeah, I mean, let's be honest with you. You know, we brought on Cannon, or Brighton we've not seen for a while. Cashaday has been more regular. And Pratt on for Ndidi. Well, is it going to stay 4-0? Who went 4-0? Jeff! Jeff went 4-0. Jeff, you could be right. So, Fatawu on the left-hand side here. First time we scored 4 since we played Wolves. Ipswich have gone 2-0 up now against Middlesbrough. Who cares? Cashaday. Fatawu. Plays it back to Justin. Plays it across. Winks. Plays it out. Not a very good ball, but plays it out to Albrighton. Into Chowdhury. Cashaday. Justin. Pratt should have recognised the pink boots. Pratt's asking for it. Plays it back out to Faz on the far side. 70 minutes gone. Leicester City 4. Plymouth Argyle 0. Do not check your internet. You are not. Cannon who has a shot there, but it's cannoned off the defender. And it's gone out for a corner. Yes. But again, these players, they're going to be a little bit rusty. So, Brighton with the corner. Chips it in. Oh, they haven't cleared it. Pratt to Winks. Back out to Albrighton. Now it's on his left. He chips it in. Oh, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah, indeed, we are. We are fun to watch. I think it was just a game of time of giving players giving players time, Jay. We've got a game midweek. You'll probably see them back for that. Stefan, so am I. I'm getting the 3rd strip for Christmas as well. Well, that's if Santa thinks I've been a good boy, of course. Oh, Brighton. He's still got it. He kept it in play somehow. It's crossed in. Oh. Somebody could have thrown themselves at that ball. It's the box, but the head of the players with the on of the other goalkeeper. 72 minutes gone. I don't know whether it's live on telly or not, the Millwall game. Going to Leicester, just inside our own half on the near side. $160 of you in, 81 likes. Let's see if we can get it to the 100, please. I bought, this was what I bought last week. Retro kit was in the Black Friday sales, and I've just bought the yellow kit from 2000 and something or another to have the old KP logo on. And it was not a gold yellow, it was the yellow. And I've actually got it, but I washed it and all the stuff came off. So 35 quid. It's just gone on sale today. Cash a day. Don't know who you're trying to wind up, Danny boy. But everybody's ignoring you. Pratt plays it out. Oh, it takes a chip and it's gone out for a corner, has it? No. Cooper kept it in. 74.5 minutes gone now. They lost it again. Oh, Brighton has a shot, but it cannons off a defender. Quite possibly, Jay. I don't know. If it's on telly, I think you can watch it. I think because they usually show it on a stream like this game. It's only available to watch if you live abroad and you bought a pass. I think if it's on UK telly, then I think the pass is available. That's what they did the other day with one of the games. 89 likes. Come on, just get it to 100. I'll love you all. So Fatawu now hugging this near touchline. Goes inside. Oh, Pratt was there for him, but he didn't use him. $90. Thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies. So it's all after that excitement, those first 10 minutes, it's all gone very, very quiet. Bournemouth are absolutely stuffing Man United. All of Tuesday's games are on Sky. Let's have a look. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, it's on Sky, so you should be able to watch it on the Leicester City stream. I think it is. Is it a tenner? I think they charge. So it's on Sky. 95. Come on, I can taste it. We've got 5 goals. Let's get 5 likes. 134 of you in. Thank you all very, very much for coming in. Yeah, no, Jay, it's because it's on because it's live on Sky. I think that when that happens, you can watch the Foxes Hub of the games, and all the midweek games are on Sky. Or a loose ball there from Leicester. So yeah, you can watch it. I'm sure it will be on the Hub. Great, you are a gentleman, sir. Thank you so very, very much. I think it's how much would you pay for a ticket, Jay? Gray, you're a gentleman. I appreciate that. And thank you so very, very much. Your kind words. Oh! It was a lovely ball in from Albright, and Cassidy didn't quite get to it. Ran into the goalkeeper who'd collected the ball. Yeah, like you say, what if you were there? What would you pay for the ticket? J2 again, appreciate that. Jack is a legend. I absolutely have a lot of time for Jack. We go on each other's channels. He's an absolutely brilliant guy. Brilliant guy. A lot of time for him. About to make our fifth substitution. Do check out the Final Whistle channel, by the way. Nelson is coming on for probably about 11 minutes. I've got to say, this is a perfect game by Maresca. He's just given his final instructions to Nelson. He's quite a tall bugger as well. Got itchy balls, but he does manage to... Did they not know they're on camera when they stood there waiting to come on? Jay, I live in Dorset. Whereabouts do you live? I had a season ticket. My God, it's like an 8-hour return journey, which was the Great Escape year. Oh, it's like watching Brazil this at the moment. Oh, I didn't quite get the ball through. That was unlucky. Cannon Pratt, I think so. It would have been clear. Who's coming off for Nelson? Vestergaard. Boo! Boo! Jess. Then Nelson coming on for the Great Dane. I'd rather not, J2. I'd rather not. Exactly, Gray. So Nelson is on. Fifth and final substitute for Leicester. 98 likes, guys and girls. Oh, Kent J. Oh, well, if you're ever over Bournemouth way, I don't know if you're still in here, Craig. We need to sort that drink out, mate. No, I'd rather not think about that, Craig. I think this guy felt like somebody had walked over my grave. Look, he did well for us when he came. We all know he should have gone earlier than he did, but he won us an FA Cup. He got us into Europe twice. Unfortunately, you're always remembered for the end of your career. 100 likes. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Nobody nip off and just unlike it so it drops to 99. 101. Thank you. You are all absolutely fantastic human beings. No, it's 101 now, Rennie. Great. He's been a bit of a loose cannon at times. No, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Great. Just to keep an eye on George. If that is a spoiler at all. Just see where it's going. 82 minutes played. If it isn't a spoiler, everybody has to be careful how they write these things. Because if we see it as a spoiler, thank you, Jay. I'm here all week. Wow. Lovely ball over to... oh, no, it doesn't quite get to Fatawu. Okay, George, that's better. Do be very, very careful. You've got to think that we see that and we think it's a spoiler. Yeah, it is. It is. Like I say, really, this is the perfect match from Marquesa. He's done. I mean, like I say, you've got to think with Cannon, it's going to be rusty. You know, for your boxer, you call it ring rusty. But I never doubted it, Gray. Never doubted it. Thank you, mate. Now then. Oh. Oh, no. A good move there by Plymouth. It caught the back heel of a Leicester defender and it goes out wide in the end. I think Leicester have taken the foot off the gas. Anyway, we're 4-0 up. We don't need to do too much. 103 likes. You really are absolute heroes. Thank you. The moment we got the biggest win in the division. No. Fatawu was asking there for the free kick, but he didn't get it. Yeah, no, I don't blame them at all, Ben. I really don't. That's what I'm saying now. Yeah, we have taken the foot off the gas a little bit, but we are 4-0 up. We don't need to do anything silly. We've got a game coming up on Wednesday. And don't forget, we will be live from 7 o'clock on Wednesday for that with another watch along. I'm trying to sneak in a preview with a Millwall fan. Dominant performance by Leicester overall. Oh, Gray, yes. It's coming home. Leicester fans are singing. Chowdhury. No, it's gone out. Well done, Hamza. Goes out. This is going to be a difficult one. I'm going to be interested to see who Alan comes up with for man of the match. Cannon. Oh, Dennis Pratt just a bit too far ahead of him. Say. Very true, troops. Very true indeed. I did mention that earlier, Jeff. So I'm happy with the point. Cassidy. Pratt now. Oh, couldn't quite get it through to Fatawu. It's cut out, but Plymouth are giving it away again. Slowing it down in the centre circle. Playing to me, to you, to me, to you. Winks. Oh, there's a Leicester player down. Cannon is down. Not looking good because he's not getting up. Oh, he is now. Chowdhury and Hermanson help him to his feet. Going to be a drop ball now because I'm going to say fair play to the Plymouth fans. They're just saying that it's a hell of a journey. All the away games are a hell of a journey for Plymouth fans. I think they brought 3,000 with them, so well played to them. So, Faust, who's now in the centre of defence. Oh, tug in there, but Leicester get the ball. Leicester come away. Cassidy can't keep hold of it. He tries to get it though. It's play on, and it's with Plymouth. It's 1 minute left of the 90s. It goes out for a throw in. Gray, I don't think Jeff wants them to get 5. For fairness, Max, I presume you might well be a Plymouth fan. You know, you've in that first half, you could have had a couple. You took 3 saves from Hermanson to keep the clean sheet. There weren't difficult saves, in fairness, but you had the chance. I don't think 4-0. You know, it was a mad 10 minutes at the start of the second half. I did have Plymouth to go down. I don't think you at the start of the season. I don't think you will now. And you did not park the bus, and I want to give you 100% credit for that. I've seen so many, teams that have been in this division a lot longer than you that have come to the King Power this season, park the bus, and try to go for the 0-0. I've got to say they made a game of it, Plymouth. 5 minutes. There's time for another goal. If Leicester are up for it, I don't think they are, to be honest with you. And like I say, why they should do it. 5 minutes in injury time. Max, okay. Well, you're welcome, sir. Danny, all you've done is come in here and say certain teams are crap. I don't see what you're trying to achieve. Or maybe make yourself look a bit of a dick, but I don't really see what you're trying to do, Danny. In fact, Gray, you may want to just give Danny a little bit of time on his own. Oh, that could have sneaked in. I think Hermanson was going one way. Anyway, went down. It was possible. Well, no, it could have hit the post. Yeah, it's a free kick. Faz there. He got 2 players on him. Oh, George has been clicked the wrong person there. It jumped. I apologise, George. I'm going to try and unblock you. Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out what you guys think for your man of the match. Oh, Leicester now. Oh, good defending there by FaZe. If anybody knows George, tell him I am trying to unblock him. Oh, chance there for Plymouth, but it was wasted. George, I'm going to have to come back to you. I do apologise. Everybody's going for Fatawu, and it's full time. It is full time. We will be back in a minute. We'll be back in a minute.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fan.
Hi, this is Chris from Leicester Till I Die. Thank you for watching and listening. Have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy.
Luke, wow, 4-0. Didn't see that coming.
Can you just give me a by proxy pity 3 points in the score prediction? The one time I don't get 4-0, we get 4-0.
No. I'm sorry. You've got to go for it. But hang on a second. No. I've just checked. Unfortunately, they won't allow it. They went to VAR and they said no, mate. But just bear with. We've got Kate's about to come in. Let's just bring Kate in.
Yes! Oh, God. I'll have what she's having.
I'm sorry, Kate. I did that before you were in, so you can't have a go at me. Look, if anybody knows George in the chat, please do say I kicked him out by mistake. I was trying to kick out a plonker Danny boy, and he was in. So I'm just going to make a note of his name, and I'm going to try and unblock him later. But it's not coming up on my block list at the moment. H-A. Right, we'll try that later. What a first 10 minutes, and Daka scores.
I know, he took his chance, mate. Love eating humble pie. Long may it continue. Got a difficult one now. He didn't do a lot wrong. He's still a bit weak on the ball, but he took his chance, and now we have 3 strikers. Well, 4 really, but I'm sure we'll get on to Cannon later.
Yeah, I mean, let's hit Cannon now. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong when he came on, but it was a bit, ring rusty, wasn't it? And by then, I think Leicester at 4-0, let's be honest with you, they're going to take the time over things, aren't they? They're at 4-0, why risk doing anything?
As soon as we hit 4-0, we just absolutely flexed our bench big time, didn't we? I think Cannon was just a bit, just obviously not match fit yet, but he put himself in a good position for Cassidy to play a through ball to him, but he decided to run into 3 Plymouth players instead.
But like I say, surely that's all down to ring rustiness, if you like, if he was a boxer.
Yes. Yeah, mate, 100%. That was, but look, that was an absolutely brilliant game. That was this. We'll touch on it in Man of the Match later, I'm sure. But for me, that was, we've been hearing a lot of complaints, and me included, that we've looked really slow. That game was anything but slow from Leicester.
Was it the original Tale of Two Halves?
No, I don't actually think so. I thought we looked excellent in patches in the first half. We looked a little disjointed for certain periods at the back, and the defenders kind of argued of each other a little bit towards the end. It looks like we were very disorganized. But after that half, Enzo Maresca 100% got his tactics right and made a huge change.
I've got to say, and look, Brad specifically has been very critical of Enzo. What did he did nothing wrong there. That was almost the perfect managerial game, wasn't it?
Look, I'm going to jump the gun a little bit. I don't know if it's allowed on the show, but if you were going to ask me who I was going to give my man of the match to, I was going to ask you if it was okay to give it to Maresca.
Oh, there's no reason why you can't, to be honest with you. I mean, we saw players coming on, Albrighton, Pratt, and Nelson getting all right. Cassidy was one that you might expect, but what else could he have done?
Nothing. I thought it was an absolute masterclass from Enzo. Flexed the bench when it was necessary. The game was ready to put to bed. Good to see some minutes into the lads' legs we haven't seen in a while, and it was good to see Pratt back on. I thought he played some really good link-up play. I thought it was really good to see Pratt back out there. It's difficult to sort of judge these players, I mean, when they haven't had the game time, isn't it? It is, absolutely. And it's interesting because I wonder if we would have seen, obviously we're 4-0 up and we could comfortably make all the changes that we did, but I wonder if he would have been as heavy on his substitutes if we weren't 4-0 up. No, I mean, at 4-0 up, you can give these players a chance, can't you? I think we're just waiting for Brad to appear. Hello, Brad, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, guys. Sorry, give me a second. I'm in the dark, so it'd be pointless me being on the camera at the moment. I'm just trying to sort my lighting out.
Just while you're doing that, let's just go through some chats there. Pratt is a real talent. Daka, man of the match. Don't know if I'd go that far. Mavididi, Daka, and Didi, all great. I don't think it's going to be a difficult one to choose man of the match. Great win today. Extended highlight. Yes, there will be. Great. As usual with great result. Callum, can't wait to watch the highlights. Stefan, well done, boys. I named him out of 600 aces, Chris. Patson Daka says Callum, man of the match. Fataru for Matthew. Stefan was Daka. Anthony, thanks. He says, have a great weekend, mate. Fataru by a country mile. Mavadidi says Rene. Mouse for me says Phil. Ben says let's give Daka man of the match. Mine is Mavadidi. Enzo is quality. Yeah. Man United are losing 4-0. What a shame. Couldn't happen to a nicer team. Look, I am jumping the gun a little bit here, but why not? Who cares? I mean, there's no structure to this show ever anyway. Brad, Luke said his man of the match was Marqueza. A couple of shows ago, you didn't have a lot of nice things to say about him, but it was the perfect match from the manager, wasn't it?
You couldn't have asked for a more perfect sort of game, could you? For the entire team, could you? The starting 11 played really well. The guys that came off the bench played, really well. We got everything we could have asked for from it, didn't we? Daka got a start. Tom Cannon actually plays for Leicester. It turns out it's not just a rumor. Pratt came back. Youngster came on. Nielsen came on for your love child. Best of God.
Nielsen was a serial killer.
Oh, well, Nelson, you know what I meant. Nelson, but potato. But you know what I mean? Like, we've been asking it for a while, haven't we? We needed a performance. I've been saying that maybe we need to get ourselves in a comfortable position before he starts putting on these players that are on the fringes. And today, I don't think there's anybody out there that could have been given a million chances to have written a perfect script for Leicester. A fantastic blitz performance in that second half, wasn't it?
Going to go, and I did it earlier, but I think we should do it again. I've got Kate on the line. I think Kate's going to come in.
Yes! Oh, God. Oh, I'll have what she's having.
Kate, I guess you're a bit excited.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the wind as well.
Right, let me put my hood up. See if that's a bit better. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you now. We all need a hood on a windy day, don't we?
Oh my God, it's so windy.
Kate, I mean, what the hell? I mean, perfect match, perfect managerial performance.
Yeah.
I don't know how well. We've got one man of the match, but I don't know how you're going to pick anybody out there in a second. How Alan is. I mean, 4-0. Our best performance of the season. And Luke, one time, do you remember on Soccer Saturday, there was one chance when the guy could have said, unbelievable, Jeff, and he didn't. It was the 1 week when Luke could have gone 4-0, and he didn't.
Oh, dear. What a performance. I mean, we started so well, didn't we? Started so brightly, attacking football. And then Daka put in a great performance, the performance of the season for number 9 for me today. I thought he was just making the runs that we've all wanted for so long from the others. Yeah, completely justified his selection. And thought Fataru was just absolutely outstanding today as well.
Yeah. I mean, let's have a look down. I mean, Daka scored one assist. What else could we ask of him?
Yeah, I know. The only thing he did wrong was the little pass to Wilf to knock it in at the back post. But other than that, it was an absolutely perfect performance. I just thought we all played super well. Hamza was really, really good. Wore the captain's armband really well. Winks and KDH were as dependable as ever. Yeah, we just played some amazing stuff. It was really nice to see. They must have thoroughly enjoyed it. Mavadidi had a great game, no sulking today. He was just completely on it. And yeah, Daka I just thought was great. I mean, he's been out in the cold for so long. So to come in and do that, he gave 110% today. And it kind of shows the ethos that Enzo's got running through the club. To make people like him and Pratt even come on today, and they gave everything, absolutely everything.
Yeah, no, they did. You're quite right. Now, you were asking the other day, Cannon, was he a was he a big cannon or a little cannon for you?
He wasn't one or the other really. He was just a bit of an average, average size. But yeah, I thought he put himself about brilliantly. He looks a real handful. Reminded me a bit of Nugent with some of his movement. Yeah, I thought he came on and did really well. It's hard, you know. I mean, it was a great game for him to come on too because there was as little pressure as you can feel coming on for your debut because we were already clear by that point. But he did really well. He got stuck in, making some really good runs, and he was just a handful in the area, a bit of a menace, really. Good to see.
And Brighton, good to see him on as well.
Yep, I mean, as class as ever, isn't he? He's an absolute fan's favourite, but taking on people down the wing as usual, putting some great crosses in, defensively just so robust and dependable. Yeah, I mean, it's just the Albrighton we know and love, isn't it? He's such a steady Eddie, if you know what I mean, so dependable. You're always going to get a decent performance from him. Yeah, you see why he's a fan's favourite, really.
Man of the match for you?
Fatawu today. I thought he was just outstanding.
And your team performance?
Oh, it's got to be a 9, I think, hasn't it?
Well, no, it's up to you.
Yeah, 9 today, I think. I don't think perfection exists, so 9 is as close as damn it.
Brilliant. Okay, Kate. So I'll see you on Monday night. Have a great one, and thanks for doing it. And you're 1-0. What can I say? Don't give up the day job.
Hey, clean sheet in a win. It was half right, but I'll take that any day. I'll happily be wrong by 3 goals each week. I'll take that.
Yeah, we will. Okay, have a good weekend. Thanks very much.
Andrew, see you later, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks to Kate there. Brad, I just need to go and do a little bit of security stuff. So talk me through that second half.
Well, I mean, talk about a goal blitz. I mean, we were all sat here fairly happy we were winning the game, but a little bit nervous because we seemed to sleepwalk towards, half time. Plymouth were showing signs that they could be dangerous in the second half. And then whatever Enzo put in their orange squash, their energy drinks or whatever he said to them at half time clearly worked because Plymouth blinked and before they knew it, the game was over in the greatest respect. We were 4-0 up and it was just a complete transformation. It was complete control, complete domination, and like I said, Chris, it was probably the most perfect game Leicester could have. Well, near on perfect if you Kate, because apparently perfection doesn't exist. She obviously doesn't spend enough time with me and you and Luke here, knowing that perfect does exist as host of a channel and co-hosts. But you know, it was needed as well, Chris, wasn't it? Because we've had the eyebrow raising moments at this club under Enzo, and we're harsh critics. Let's say it's only 20 games now into his Leicester managerial career, and we've asked questions of how will we do without certain players being here, whether that's just on international or if they were to move on in January. And you couldn't have asked for a better response. Quick play, aggressive. Yes, there was mistakes in there. Yes, there was a few frustrating overturn moments that maybe a stronger side than Plymouth would have got a few goals from it. But overall, Chris, it was just completely destructive one-way traffic. I mean, there is a lot of shouts for man of the match in there. I think there is one or two that definitely stood out more than others. But to say that when there's probably there's a few players in the 8 and 9 brackets. If we're going to review them tomorrow, to give a hint, it just tells you how good a performance it is. And Luke, never predict 4-0 again, mate. Stick to your 1-0. Stick to what you know, mate. Because when you do 1-0s and 2-1s, we win 4-0. So I like it, mate. Keep doing that, because I know we've been doing okay these last 4 games in total now. That's 3 wins and a draw. You know, it just makes it so much better, doesn't it? I mean, that Leeds and Middlesbrough back-to-back defeat seems a long time ago. It's long, it's in the distant parts of the memory. And Luke, I don't know about you. I know Chris said West Brom was our most important win, our best performance, if you will, however you want to look at it. For me, this outshone it. And I know people will say it was only Plymouth, but Plymouth are win-loss this season, sort of doing well for themselves. I've said that if Ipswich weren't having the season they were having, Plymouth would probably be the standout newly promoted side by a country mile. How have you seen that game? Am I being too blue tinted? Since it's Plymouth.
I actually 100% agree, because they came to play. They came to try and hit us on the counter. They are a decent counter-attacking side. I also thought that it's just, for me, like you talk about how long ago that Leeds loss was and that bad patch we had. That's why I wanted to go left field and give Enzo Maresca man of the match, because there was a lot of shouts, there was a lot of worry. The ball, the play, everything was so much faster. The one-touch passing was beautiful. Trying to create that overload. We could have had a lot more opportunities. We could have that game could have been 3-0 down at halftime. We could have an absolute belter. There could have been a slaughter that game more than it already was. So for me, Fatawa was absolutely on fire as well. Mavididi, another reason why I wanted to go for left field with Enzo is because Mavididi, if he had been kept on for longer, we didn't see such heavy rotations. He could have got a hat trick. So for me, I'll have to stick Enzo, but with a close second for Tawu. I thought that was a really dominant win, Brad, and no, not blue-tinted glasses at all.
Yeah, and I mean, I suppose that the most pleasing thing from the performance, Luke, was we got so much out of this game. Not just the result and the clean sheet, but we got to see Daka, we got to see Cannon, we got Ben Nelson. Another youngster coming through the system. You saw Albrighton get some minutes out there, who's always Mr. Reliable. He's always known like that. Good old Kevin. Dennis Pratt come back from injury. I mean, we looked at the team and dissected the team and the substitutes bench beforehand. And I know I've already said it once, but where do you say was that like the perfect scenario for every single player on there? That either started or came on, the result, did that make it easier because there was no pressure on them really to go out there and perform? I'm not saying to perform badly, but did that really help the situation as well?
Absolutely. So we had a bit of disgruntledness in the back line, back three with Vestergaard and Faze, getting on each other's nerves a little bit, arguing a little bit for the half. I think Enzo's came in and said, "Calm down, boys." It's reorganized everything. And going on to what you were saying about, the perfect scenario. Yes, it's gotten minutes and legs into people we haven't seen, and also people coming back, and also confidence. And then throwing that for morale. I think moving forward now, we're back to looking at our Manchester City bench of the Championship League with confidence.
The Championship League. I like that name for it. It sounds almost.
Sorry, yeah.
I know what you meant. Yeah, I love it. I like it. They should rebrand it the Championship League. I do love it. But Luke, Peter's Detective Moss over there is doing his investigating with some troubleshooting. I'll come to you again with this one. We talk about chance and opportunity. You've obviously rightly gave credit to Maresca, because it would it not have been easy for him to have, Mavadidi's on a hat trick, Daka's not played. Yes, you've got maybe Tom Cannon that you could have brought on later on, but it would have been easier for him to have just gone, well, there's no need to make subs. I'll just tell you to relax, just chill out, pass the ball around, go back to that slow tempo, if you will, that we've kind of got a bit frustrated with in recent games. But he could have just taken the sting out of the game, taken the edge out of it, and not and chilled them players out. Has he just shown that extra bit of managerial niche, if you will, by not just taking the tempo out of the game, but changing the players and asking them to keep that tempo up with the players coming on.
That's another thing as well. Like we changed. What was that? We used all of our subs, I'm pretty sure. So that's like a lot of changes. That could, lose the harmony in the side of the starting 11. All those changes, but it didn't. And that's maybe what was some of the shouts for with the Sheffield game was, too many changes. But no, it all worked. It all clicked, and I thought it was excellent. And yeah, mate, onwards and upwards still.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we won't know until Enzo's press conference, well, post match conference, should I say, his interview he'll probably have with Leicester City afterwards, as to maybe why there were certain players missing from the Matchday squad. Two notable ones were Vardy and obviously Inacho, and obviously there was McAteer as well. Assuming that there's nothing much untoward to that, I did hear through the commentary I was listening to that maybe there was some last minute injuries that were picked up to some players. That's why they didn't make the team. But assuming there's nothing untoward, what do you see for the midweek game? We talk about rotation needed to manage our fixtures. What if any changes would you make to that team that started or even ended the game? Would you make many changes, or would you or is it a case of, look, we've got a game midweek and a game at the weekend, we need to keep rotating?
Good question. I've just pulled up the starting 11 bench here again, and I just realised there was no Atkin on the bench, which is interesting. He's the only one I could think of that I would like to see feature in a side more. But going to changes, the question is, I wonder if this was part of Enzo's plan, because we saw Vardy get a full 90 minutes, which I don't think I've seen yet. And then we've seen Kelechi get a full 90 minutes. It's usually like for like of our subs, particularly between those two. And now, so I don't know, but for me, it's kind of hard to not give Daka any minutes in the next game now. Whether he starts or not, I don't know, but be interesting to see that starting 11. But for me, I would like to see Daka now get probably another start, maybe bring on Vardy and Kelechi in the second half, 60th, 70th minute, maybe McAteer starting. But it's, for me, that I would like to see it close. That team looked absolutely dominant today.
Yeah, I mean, it really did. Yeah, it did. The starting 11 came on, and I think we've all got praise for all the subs that came on. But one thing I would have a little bit of a blot on, and I know you said it about the first half as well, saying that Plymouth had the chances and we could have been coming in at halftime a different scoreline. It's probably easy to switch off when you're 4-0 up a little bit, but it was weird, wasn't it? Because the first half we made so many mistakes at the back and gifted them the chances. It just shows you how much your mentality and attitude can change when you score 3 goals in quick succession. Because I don't know, maybe it's a selfish striker head that I have been. I know I'm a goalkeeper, but I did play outfield sometimes. But how would you have felt if you're Mavididi? You've just scored 2 goals, you've got your shooting boot back, and then 2 minutes later, or a couple of minutes later, I think it was, the gaffer pulls you off. Some players maybe would have been a bit disgruntled that they got taken off before they got the chance to get the hat trick. But it's just, as Enzo brought back that family feeling in the club, because he didn't seem to bother him that he came off with 2 goals. I don't know. Maybe how would you have felt first of all, and how good is it to see the reaction from players getting brought off even though they're playing really well?
Excellent. It's funny you say that. It's kind of like a caveat. We talk about how good it was to see all these players feature, but at the same time, like a caveat to that is it was going so well that you kind of wanted to keep those players on, even though we were 4-0 up, just to see how much more damage we could do, because it just looked like we weren't going to stop. It just looks like they were going to get absolutely put to the sword. And we're all talking off air about, we're going to see a 9-0 victory here. But it's, for me, I think that's great that he didn't, wasn't arrogant or anything. He was happy. And I do think we are seeing that family mentality come back. I think we've seen it pretty early, particularly with Winks as well. Like, just seeing the celebration last week, how much it means to him, running straight over to the fans, the camaraderie is strong. I think it's back for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Millwall up in the midweek. I believe they suffered a defeat to Cardiff today. I don't want to take anything for granted, of course, but again, a team that's struggling in the division. And the way Enzo's managed the game and the players today, you know, in terms of resting players, he took Dewsbury Hall off, he took Mavididi off. He wasn't afraid to take big names off to give players a chance to get minutes under the belt. It's a case of potential for a repeat performance come the midweek game. I mean, I know there might still be some changes to there. I mean, there might be Iheanacho Vardy back in the squad, but from what I've seen today, Luke, I don't know about you, but I will never ever question an Enzo lineup again, even if Daka's playing on, you know, Wednesday night. Do you see the potential now for Leicester to really make two big statements, given the Christmas period?
Yes, but I'm going to go for a humble 1-0 victory against Millwall and just anti-jinx us again. And Jude, if you're watching, we love you, but please don't give us a 6-0 again. Give us the kiss of death on my stream the other day. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm just kidding, but for me, who I would like to see get a start, if we're going back to, are we potentially putting people in the shop window in terms of maybe even Pratt and Daka? Regardless shop window or not, I would actually like to see Pratt get a start. I thought that you can't keep playing. I know it's pretty much nailed on Harry Winks and KDH and those high pressing eights, and they do such an amazing job, an integral part of our team. But for me, Pratt looked very, very promising when he came on. His passing was absolutely spot on. I thought he was really good. Link up play, excellent. I like Pratt, and I would like to see him get some more minutes now that he's available.
Yeah, and maybe with that midweek game, was it a surprise to you at all that Leicester took the foot off the gas? I mean, I know we were kind of joking and prattling around, talking to each other over Messenger whilst the game was going on, but at 4-0, Leicester seemed to really go gun ho for about another 5-10 minutes. Were you surprised that didn't continue, or again, are you crediting Enzo that he's kind of told the players there's no need to do this for 90 minutes? We don't want players getting potentially an injury or pulling a hamstring by running around blitzing for 90 minutes when the game's already won. I mean, where were you sat there? Because it can get a little bit deflating, can't it? Just kind of drolling out the last 10-15 minutes. They seem to just go by for me. What's your take on that?
To be fair, the first couple of subs, I thought, yeah, fair enough. I was like, ooh, I think maybe Cannon was always going to play and maybe he was going to feature later. And I think as soon as we hit the 4-0, he felt more comfortable and he could make his subs a bit sooner. I thought Cannon was always going to play later in the game, but yeah, I felt kind of a bit bad for Daka and with how well things were going. But no, I was fine with it. It did slow it down a tiny bit, but that's because of the amount of changes we had. So for me, no issues at all. And what time is it? It's a midweek game at Millwall. I'm just pulling it up here. Okay, Thursday, 3:45 a.m. for me.
Oh, lovely! You got a lovely start from there, Chris. Have all the gremlins been sorted, mate?
I had a huge, massive security alert on my YouTube account.
Oh dear! Oh dear! I didn't do it. I didn't swear. It wasn't me. I've been good boy.
I think I've sorted it now. So
ugly face.
So yeah, it was. Like, it's one of those things, it's like you don't want to leave it half an hour and what have you. And of course, I've got two YouTube accounts, and it was, oh, God knows what he was doing. But touch wood, I think I'm sorted. Thanks a lot, guys. Great conversation. I nearly actually just went off and had a bite to eat and to it.
You could have, mate. Stick the kettle on and go back.
You're doing a good job there, the pair of you. You don't need me, obviously, you know.
We need the eye candy, Chris. That's why you're here.
Yeah, should have gone to Specsavers, mate.
Yeah, well,
the eye candy. And forgive me if I'm going over things that you have already mentioned. But look, let's talk the new players. I mean, Daka, say not a new player, but you know what I mean. First goal in about 13 months or something like that. 60 minutes, and he was obviously a little bit rusty, Brad. But I mean, what more could he do? 1 goal, 1 assist.
Yeah, I mean, if you was, we've seen it down the years, haven't we? Where a player comes in from out the cold, and they just look sluggish. They look look disinterested. They look like they've already admitted that they're not going to play for Leicester, and this is just a throwaway game for the manager. And you would not have known that from his performance today. He ran his socks off. He was absolutely phenomenal. It's like Enzo has just been there, putting an arm around him, telling him, keep training hard. I'm noticing what you're doing. You're going to get your chance. There's going to become a period, and this might be it. Might be the busy Christmas that you're going to get to show what you can do. And he did not look out of place. You know, and he's only 4 goals behind Ian Acho and 5 behind Vardy now. So you know, for strikers, well, he's not doing too bad. And 60 minutes was a good run out for him.
Yeah. I know you've got to probably go soon, Luke, because it's something like silly o'clock in the morning there. In fact, I'm really impressed the fact that you are working tomorrow on a Sunday. But just to go through the other results. So it was Blackburn 0, Leeds 2, because this obviously will affect us. Sunderland 2, West Brom 1. Cardiff 1, Millwall 0. 3 points! Get the fuck in there!
You'll be cheering more than that, I'll tell you that much. Sorry.
1, Bristol 1. Leicester 4, Plymouth 0. Can't believe you didn't go for that, Luke. Middlesbrough 0, Ipswich 2. Oh, bugger. Hang on a second. I'm just going to go down now. Norwich 0, Preston 0. Oh, wow, way off with that. QPR 2. Oh, yes, QPR! Get in! Is this the best week I'm going to have? Rotherham 1, Swansea 2. 3 points to you.
Get in! 3 points for me! Yeah! I'm waiting for it, mate. I've done the maths.
Stoke 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Watford 1, Southampton 1. Well, I've got a few 1-pointers there. I don't know what you guys... How do you think you've done, Luke?
No, but sounds like an absolute massacre for me again after you just read that out. I'll just,
well, I can tell you, Chris, that that second QPR goal, one of your 3 pointers has you exactly that many points ahead of me this week. You have 10 points to my 7. So saying that, the late Swansea goal gifted me 3 points.
Have you not done Craig yet? It doesn't matter if you
I
have.
don't want to do Craig. I feel like I'll upset him if he turns out he's got no points again this week. Well, 2.
Go
I don't want to. I only have mine and yours written down from the predictions league.
That's fair enough. No.
But if I did have his,
the league table, folky poos. Leicester top with 49 points, a goal difference of plus 26. I mean, if we don't score another goal for the rest of the season, it doesn't matter. Ipswich second, 48 with plus 18. Leeds 41 plus 16. Southampton 38 plus 4. If you've got any strikers, Southampton. West Brom 32 plus 10. And Sunderland 30 plus 8. That's your top 6. In the bottom, Rotherham are bottom now with 13. Sheffield Wednesday off the bottom on 23rd. QPR 22, but only just 2 points behind Huddersfield.
Just want to say, Chris, that's two games in a row now. I've backed the mighty Sheffield Wednesday. Just saying.
What did they do? Oh, they won.
They won 1-0. They won 1-0 last minute.
If you remember, I actually said probably 1-0, but I couldn't go that far, and I went for 1-1.
No. Yes, you did. You went 1-1. And to be fair to you, you said, well, after last week, fair play. So it wasn't as bad for you this week. I don't get to go full smug mode on you about that.
Let me just Manson again in the second half. Some good saves, Luke.
I thought he had a great game, Manson. If we're talking like scores, I'll leave it for you guys for your next show. But for me, he was sitting a solid 8.
Oh, have you put the scores up there?
Sorry, man, I was a bit late. I put the table up for you just as you're reading out to give you a hand, but it's a bit late for that now, so I'll remove that for you.
Not worry, mate. Right. What's your you've given Marquesa as your man of the match. What is your team rating?
I'm going to go a 9.
You're going to go a 9 as well. There's going to be a very, very interesting one coming up in a minute. Brad, give me your team rating first of all.
Ooh. I'm going to give him an 8 because I don't think we were that good in the first half. I think we had 20 minutes spell where we could have found ourselves on a different score line and maybe different teams. I can't give him a 9 because of that. So I am going to stick with an 8.
And your man of the match?
It's tempting just to give it Mavadidi because he scored 2 goals, but the front three were brilliant. For me, the standout, the creator, he could have got another assist if indeed he had his shooting boots on in that first half. I suppose that would have started to kill the game off. It's got to be Fatawu for me. I think there's a few brilliant contenders, but Fatawu stood out for me.
Okay, now I am going to say, for man of the match, Manson kept us in it, I've got to say, but Chowdhury had a good game. Chowdhury had a good game. Right back. Vestergaard, he did all right till he came off. Daka, it would be so tempting to give it to Daka because he did so well. He got a nice cheer at the start when his name was read out. I am probably going to have to. I'm going to have to go Chowdhury. I think I thought he did really, really well. Marshalled the back well. Got in a couple of good tackles when needed. But for performance, I'm going to have to disagree with both of you. To me, I'm going to give that 10. I'll tell you for why. I'll tell you for why. Because, yes, we could have conceded 3 goals, but we didn't. Could have, would have, should have, but didn't. So, we did what was needed. The goalkeeper is part of the defensive lineup. And it's like, the goalkeeper coming out, missing it, and a defender stood on the goal line to clear it. That's what his job is. He did his job. We went, all right, we won the penalty. Fair play to Plymouth. They didn't sort of park the bus. They didn't collapse when they went 1-0 down. But just for that first 20 minutes in the second half, we were all over them. And we scored the 3 goals in quick succession. And yes, we did take our foot off the gas. But who wouldn't? At 4-0 up, you've got all the, you've got another game coming up on Wednesday. And you've got, the manager making such good decisions as well. For everything, I just can't. If I'm picking fault with anything, I am being so OTT. So for me, it's a 10 performance. It's a 10 performance. But Alan has sent me his through. First of all, Luke, 10. Am I being over the top?
No, to be fair, I agree with both of you. I think that we had really good spells in that first half, and I was going to basically say the same as Brad, but swap with you. I was going to close to giving it a 10 if it wasn't for a patchy first half. So no, not over the top at all, mate.
Brad?
No, I mean 8, 9s, 10s. It's kind of like all in the same bracket after that performance. So yeah, anywhere in and around 8 or higher is a pretty fair assumption for what we've just seen today. I mean, we haven't won 4-0 at home since we beat the Trees. And our last 4-0 performance in the league was against Wolves in the Premier League. And there was another fact that came out. That was Patson Daka's first goal since he scored in March against Chelsea. So, yeah, there you go. There's some facts and figures for you, Chris, just to bounce off you. So,
indeed. Nice. And Chowdhury, do you think he's in with a shout?
Certainly think so. Like I said, there was some very good performances, and it's very difficult to kind. It almost feels bad to not really talk about certain players more because they were outshone by the front three, in my opinion. They were head and shoulders above, but we're talking a 7 and a 9 sort of difference in ratings. I'm not saying they're going to be my rating, but you know what I mean, like a good performance and then terrific performance is what we had today all around.
It's great to say, though, isn't it, Luke? And we had this problem against West Brom, is when you have such a good performance, and I gave them a 9 against West Brom, but when you have such a good performance, it's great to say I'm struggling to pick a man of the match because there's so many there. It's not like, oh, God, we were bloody awful. Nobody deserves it. You could give it to 3, 4, 5 even. There's loads you could have given it to.
100%. And going to what you were just saying about giving it a 9 for West Brom, you kind of backed yourself into a corner. You had to give it a 10 after that because we just went up to. But
that's true. That is true.
There's like at least 3 or 4 players that you could have easily given a minimum of an 8. We haven't even talked about Weeks. I'm just going to leave it for you guys for your next show when you give the scores, which I really enjoy, by the way.
All I will say is that Alan has not gone for Winks as his man of the match.
Have you got it there?
Is he okay? Is he okay?
I do wonder. Apparently, the adoption papers have gone through, and I had written this down before he came with this one. But his man of the match, Hamza.
Wow,
really?
With me, I just thought he did what he had to do. Did Hamza, like you say, you could have picked 3 or 4 and it wouldn't really have mattered, and I will not argue with Fataru at all. You said Mavadidi possibly as well. He stood up and took the penalty, and Marqueza did everything that he needed to do, and how often have we said that? Not said that about, Rodgers when he was in charge. He didn't do what he was meant to do. So I agree. Obviously, 2 great minds, me and Alan. This surprised me. This very, very much surprised me. Are you ready for the team performance?
Better not be a 7. What?
So, sorry, Chris. Good now, Chris. Sorry, folks. Chris's old age is getting to him. That's 6. Now he's upside down. That's supposed to be a 9. Luke's left.
No, I'm double checking as we speak. He said, "Hi, Chris. Not the best performance, but we can't complain. Scoring 4." Oh, Luke's gone. Luke's back. There you go.
Sorry, did you say that Alan had sent you forward his team rating or Jordan Blackwell?
No, Alan. I know. I can understand where you're coming from there, but like I said, I'm just going to quoting him here. Not the best performance, but can't complain. If that's not one of the best performances of the season, and look, everybody, I'm not going to go mad because we're all entitled to our opinions, and he obviously saw things a lot differently to us.
He did realise that we were playing in blue, not green, right? I'm just trying to clarify everything up.
Is that an overall experience? Did he have a bad pie or something? That can't be right.
Yeah. Too many on the way. Yeah. Too many drinks on the way.
Or he was in the toilet for most of the game. He had a dodgy curry last night. Your thoughts on that, Luke?
That's why I moved myself from the stream quickly. My eyes hurt. I couldn't believe it. He's there, mate. And in terms of being there, I would love to talk to him and both Kate about the things that we don't see off screen, especially and particularly with not only Hamza Chowdhury, but just Daka drawing players as well. So I'll save the conversation for another time.
Brilliant. Luke, you've got work in the morning. It must be about 2 a.m. or something there, is it?
Yes, mate, it's 1:43, and I said to you I was only going to stay for 15 minutes, but I'm too excited. I'm probably not going to sleep anyway after that win, so what the hell?
You're not going to get to sleep, are you?
No, I'm going to...
What are you doing working on a Sunday?
I'm just trying to make some holiday money, and I know, but But yeah, look, it is what it is. Really happy, and I'll be up at 3:45 like the psycho I am for the next game. So,
well, I'll send you the link for Wednesday. If you're awake and you're up to coming on, fine. If you're not, totally understand it, mate. Go and have a drink or two. Well, it's 2. You probably can't at this time in the morning, can you? Have you set your alarm? I know what you're like. Have you set your alarm?
No, I haven't actually. Thank you for reminding me. It's going to be a 3 or 4 coffee day tomorrow, but yeah, I'll do that now. Thank you.
Before, Brad. He was up the next morning and he forgot to set his alarm.
Oh,
took
my
like
God.
6 missed calls. Like everyone ringing me like I died. Luke, where are you?
We should know you by now. Luke, all the best, mate. Thanks very much for today. We'll possibly see you Wednesday, if not next Saturday.
Thanks, mate. I'm looking forward to you guys' review show as well. So have a good one.
Brilliant, mate. Take care.
See you later.
Take care, mate.
Brad, if you can stay on the line afterwards and we'll have a chat about tomorrow.
I didn't do it. Oh, right, tomorrow. Sorry, I thought I was in trouble. Okay, no, yeah, I can stay.
In trouble. You're always in trouble.
Well,
No,
yeah, there is that.
Talk about tomorrow. But look, come on. I mean, catch us if you can.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I called Leeds the Spurs of the Championship. Well, yeah, anything you can do, we can do better. I mean, it is what it is, and it will get to that point. I know we're not even still technically halfway through the season yet, but it will eventually get to that point where if we keep winning, we keep them at arm's length. I mean, would it have been nice for Ipswich and Leeds to have dropped points? Of course, it would have been. It would have been nice. 8 points is still a big gap to have over third place, and it's not just that though, Chris. You look at other results today. I'll make you cheer by reading one of them out. All right, Hull won. That's a bit of a disaster, but that'll make you cheer because you got 3 points as well as that. So Hull lost. Hull lost. That's sixth place, dropping more points. Sunderland, Southampton drew 96th minute, which will make you happy because that also got you an extra point. You're looking at teams like West Brom losing 2-1 to Sunderland. So, yes, okay, we don't have a big gap over Ipswich. Yes, okay, we have a decent gap over Leeds, but the rest of the chasing pack has just fallen even further behind. With either drawing or losing if you're West Brom. And, top of the form table, it's cursed them rightly, hasn't it? 2 defeats in a row now. So... Yeah. That's the thing that Leicester have to look at and kind of take even more solace in their performance, because the win's not just a big win and kept the gap on us. It's extended our gap on anything else. So that chasing pack suddenly has just got a little bit smaller, in my opinion, to how far off the rest are to us.
Yeah, and look, they win. We win. That's all we can do, isn't it?
Exactly. We're in that comfort position. Again, we've said this week in, week out, pretty much since it's been the case. First would be nice. Second, still just the same as first. It's automatic. At the end of the day, Ipswich are like a reoccurring rash. They're just not going away, and we probably have to accept that they're not going to fall away, and they're going to be one of, if not the only team that really pushes us all the way for the season. But if we're only getting pushed for a title and we get top 2 pretty comfortably come the end of the season, I'm not going to mind Ipswich coming up with us and pushing us all the way if they're going to win, because we are in the driving seat, as I'd say. We're it doesn't matter what you do. You could win 8-0. If we win, we're still the same amount of points. We are ahead of you.
If we were 10, 20 points ahead of Ipswich, all right, 22. But you know what I mean. If we had a great lead, is the panic sets in when that lead starts. I mean, do you remember Newcastle? They were top of the league, and then they bought a Sprilla, and Man United slowly started to eat away, and they ended up losing it. It's that you do get complacent, don't you?
Yeah, you do. It's happened through the years, and the reason you have such memorable things like that is it doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen. And today they could have easily got complacent. They could have scored a couple of goals, had it 3-0, got complacent, not pushed on for the fourth, or they could have completely switched off, been complacent at 4-0, and ended up conceding 2 late goals and put a bit of a damp squid on the win. You know, and like you said, they could have got complacent when they were 11 points ahead of Leeds, and they haven't. And the fact that players coming out from the cold, playing well, the fact that the hunger and desire to just keep going and stick by what the manager's telling them to do hasn't wavered, even through that. And I tell you what, if it's only going to be back-to-back defeats that we call a bad spell this season, I'm all for it, you know what I mean? Because I have no fears that even if Leicester were 15, 18 points clear of third place, that complacency was set in. I think the mentality is just there to... I meant squid, but you know what I meant? I said damp squid. That was watching the It crowd a while back. That's in there. Sorry, damp squid. Fucking damp squid. Oh, I butchered that one. You know what I meant?
They're all critics, lad. They're all critics. But look,
yeah, harsh is harsh.
Let's go and celebrate. 4-0, top of the league. Bring on Ipswich, that's what I say. I know we've got Millwall and a couple of games before then, but that's going to be a big one, isn't it, Boxing Day? I might have to, because it's not kicking off till 7:45. And I understand, obviously, you'll probably be with family, so you won't be able to. But I may well have to do a watch-along for that one.
I tell you what, mate, I would not blame you. Given where we are in the season and given how far up the rear end Ipswich are, I would not blame you. Get it out there. I think it'd be a bonanza of a show for you to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing it if it was sort of a 3:00 kickoff, because it's
no, mate.
Day. But at that time of the day, yeah, you got to. Brad, mate, thanks very much. Have a good one. I'll speak to you in a second. And
yeah, no worries, mate.
Take care.
Take care, everybody. Up the Foxes.
Yeah. Quite right as well. Up the Foxes. They don't like it up them. That's what I say. But look, thanks very much to Luke. Thanks very much to who said he was going to go to bed, but he's nipped over to another channel. I'm saying nothing. I am saying nothing. But there we go. Thanks very much to everybody. Thank you to everybody that's liked the video. Over 100 likes. It was brilliant. And we've gone to 2.48 subscribers. So really do appreciate that as well. We'll probably be back tomorrow. Just going to have a chat with Brad about doing a post-match. Look, if you fancy not missing any of our shows, why don't you just give us a subscribe, click that notification bell, then you'll never miss a show. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, a bit like watching Leicester City play. It's much the same. Guys, thank you very much. Amazing day. 4-0. What more could you ask for? Takeaway time, possibly. I will see you later. Take care, guys. All the best. And this has been LTID TV. I've been Chris. This is Arnie.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.